best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy.
They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy.
They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy.
They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy.
They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy.
They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy.
They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy.
They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy.
They were my best friends growing up.
Donnie Darko.
Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm your host, Jeff.
And of course, Jeff, guys, if you want to catch and watch our ugly mugs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and now YouTube Music. We also have our YouTube channel, one word, Tabletop Topics, our Triple T's Clips channel, and our TikTok. So if you click on the links, it'll take you directly to the episodes, and of course, we have timestamps so you can navigate throughout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and of course, leave us a comment. Again, guys, thank you again for joining us at the Tabletop. Let's jump right into it.
Yes, sir.
Are we introducing a new special guest? He has never been seen before. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, you gotta fix your mic. It's all. And then if you twist
my name is Steve.
and if you push your mic down, and then if you twist the sides opposite direction, it'll tighten it up.
Oh,
so.
Stop telling me how to live my life.
I
feel like we're doing okay.
You know. I'm just saying.
Respect, man.
Just getting attacked by dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, look at
shit.
that. Black coffee. We got snot. We got
shit.
smoke. We got blasphemous all in the chat.
Oh, we love it. Welcome, everybody.
Well,
The head extra shiny today. It's the grease.
It's not says store Wi-Fi head ass.
should
it's bad.
should I meet some of these people? Like, what is going on?
Oh, you might know some of them.
What?
I don't know. Who knows?
No.
Maybe
no,
I've
I don't
met
think
them in
he has-
passing.
No. Yeah, you probably have.
6 degrees of separation. Who
Yeah,
knows?
So I've lived more lives than a lot of people would even realize. But like, I probably have met most of these people.
Oh man.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah.
He's a man who's walked many
his
paths.
his past life, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, it's still the same life. I'm still alive. Like, Jesus.
Or are you?
Yeah,
Hey man,
fucking
some people would be having like
X-Files right
fucking
there.
spiritual rebirths and
I'm
shit.
telling
Hey
you,
man,
you know,
who knows?
Talking to
Who knows?
talking to my seventh soul.
Oh yeah, but just the 7th? Who even knows? I mean, it could be infinite. So like, okay, so thinking about souls, to get crazy with it right off the bat. So,
well, hold on. You gotta introduce yourself first. Nobody knows who you are.
Hi, my name is Patrick.
Yep. Where are you from, Patrick?
I was born in Cincinnati.
Okay. All right.
So the Cincinnati airport is actually in northern Kentucky.
Oh,
so 7 minutes away from there.
You can't have my sister because I want her.
I'm sure that you can hear my NASCAR voice, right? Like, fucking A, dude. like, yeah, you can totally hear it. Yeah.
Oh man.
100%.
You ever thought about calling fucking NASCAR races and shit?
They're making another left turn.
I know.
Oh my god! I don't know what they're gonna
Another left.
Another left turn. Shit.
No, that's real
Shut
shit,
up, dude.
Baby.
I don't feel like I sound like I'm from like Kentucky.
How long do you yap before they cross the finish line? What the fuck do you talk about before you like stats and shit, historical shit?
Not being there.
That's why he
everything else but.
Yeah, I know.
Everything else but.
But like
yeah.
I sound like I'm from Kentucky? Like do I have
Well, I've had a store manager from Kentucky and he talks a lot slower than you do, and then of course he'll actually say like Kearney instead of Kearney, and he'll say like other things like that. Like he pronounce, like you can hear his accent.
It's hard. It's sharper.
I mean, do I have an accent though?
No, you just talk like Mr. Rogers, like real slow. What's going on?
Oh no.
How you doing, guys?
How you doing, guys? Hi, neighbor. You say that real quick one time. Hi, neighbor.
So Jeff 1 told me that I got called gay because of how soft I sound.
How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? You ever like practice vocal exercise and shit?
Oh
like,
yeah, I'm just
after
like
someone
walking
touches-
around like, I gotta get real deep with it.
Give it a tug real quick.
Yeah.
Nobody will know,
The lower the
especially like my girlfriend.
the lower the
She'll
deeper.
have no idea.
The lower the deeper.
Oh man, no, that's real.
The lower, the deeper.
Oh, man.
You just said that.
Smoke.
You just said that. The lower,
The lower the
the
deeper.
deeper.
Yeah, the lower your balls, the deeper.
The
your
lower the
voice.
hang.
Yeah,
Yup.
the deeper it is.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself. If you're
The
all
lower you
nuts
say.
and not
Say you got some
Yeah.
old ass
I
geriatric
know,
testicles.
yeah.
Don't just say it.
cool. Like,
Oh,
Say it.
I'm-
What the hell?
here, hold on. Let me like. I'm 90.
Oh, that's actually
Yeah.
okay. Schwarzenegger.
That's not bad.
Hey, that was
That's not
pretty
bad.
good.
No, I was like going with like the length of the balls and not the shaft. Like,
Smoke actually smokes like Kentucky slaves. How many slaves you got?
hey,
And for how much?
And for how much?
for three?
Look,
How much
don't
for
even
three?
bring fucking slavery up because I'm Irish and like that's not
man.
even fair.
Yeah,
Y'all didn't own none. Not one.
in Kentucky.
No,
I got some black friends named McSwain. Explain.
No, so the Irish were the cheap slaves.
Explain
Ah.
that. Sheep slaves.
They were the cheaper slaves.
Oh, I thought you said sheep. My fault. My fault. Cheaper slaves.
Well, I mean, I like sheep.
Didn't they work to earn their freedom though? Wasn't there freedom at the end of the day?
So the term redneck comes from the Irish that were getting sent to the Caribbean as slaves.
That sunburn.
Yeah, you
huh?
got a bunch of gingers, like, in, like, the heat, like, oh my god, oh!
No, that's real shit.
Cooking.
No, that's real shit.
Yeah, fucking gingers. So, yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Here, I'll fucking Google it right now. What do
Well,
you-
no, he's got you. Well, no, you're good. He's got
Yeah,
you.
yeah. You Google that.
But, like, so,
Damn,
Yeah,
all
who you are, where you're from, and why'd you decide to move down to Florida? If you feel like sharing. If not, then we can hold off on that.
divorce.
Gotcha. So you want to start a new life. Something new, something different, fresh.
So, the girl that I am, I want to say dating, she might not say that.
Well, if she's watching, then
But
we should make it official.
I'm a bully in the aspect of like telling her that she's dating me.
Ah, okay.
So she knows my ex too, and I fell in love with Casey actually 5 days before I met Jamie.
Okay.
So it's been 32 years.
Okay.
That I've known her. So.
And then you're doing way better than you were when.
She has brought me back into respecting myself.
Sensational.
Awesome.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Real shit.
Respect
Fuck
it.
yeah.
What's her name?
She's cool as shit, Casey.
So you guys have been
Respect to Casey.
dating for 32, or it's slow burn worked up to 32?
She just moved to Florida.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
she's just south of
It's
Claire.
like everybody's moving to Florida.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bro,
That's
it's
like
cool.
full circle life type
Yeah, I'm
shit.
telling
What
you.
the fuck?
It's like
yeah. Oh,
it's like he wrote it down. He's like, Casey,
Let me put this shit in my back pocket.
he's like, Casey, I
What
need
the
you.
fuck?
here.
no,
Write this
there
down.
was no back pockets at all. She's way cooler than I would ever assume
awesome.
to want to be.
Okay, cool beans, man.
Okay,
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm enjoying it. She's brought me back to smiling, so I'm enjoying it.
All right, that's awesome. That's good shit, man. I mean, that's good shit. Sometimes you get lost, and then sometimes it takes somebody to actually bring you back to where you used to be in life. Cause
I feel like you are about to like break down into a song.
Yo, real shit.
like Barry, I'm about to.
Yo,
sing
bro, the fucking
about to
piano
sing.
starts
I'm
playing, spotlight dims in on him.
some Barry Manilow.
Yeah, that's so funny that you say that. So growing up, my parents always played "Strokin'" from Clarence Carter.
Okay.
So that's the only song that I can do.
Stroking.
No, whoa, way off.
Stroking.
No,
I'm just playing.
no, like way off.
You what?
That sounded sus, guys.
No, it starts off with like, when I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking.
Yeah.
I stroke it to the east.
Oh, that's awesome.
I stroke
That's
it
shit.
to the west. I stroke it to the woman that I love the best, which is Casey. Hey, how you doing? If you're watching this.
Hearts out for Casey. Hearts in the chat
Oh,
for Casey.
all sorts of hearts. All right, so where are we going from here?
Oh, yeah. Tell us your story. So you actually said, before we started, you said something like really interesting to me. Like, is it okay if I say it?
Oh, no, absolutely.
No?
I
Okay, okay,
I don't
all right.
want any past to ever be brought up.
Okay, all
in
right.
any
Cool.
I'm just kidding. Like,
I have no fucking... Hey, this is my first time meeting. I have no fucking idea.
Where'd that go?
no. Like,
But yeah, let me know. Yeah, because...
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, yeah. Homeless in Hawaii. Homeless in Hawaii. And I actually brought that up because one of our chatters said, you look like a Dead Island character, a Dead Island survivor. So that was a great connection. But
So would you like to tell us like how that happened?
Yeah, how does... Wow, homeless in Hawaii. Trapped in paradise.
Well, first of all, you said Cincinnati, right? You're from,
I just got some of that habanero in my eye.
Oh, spooky shit.
we got some water right there if you want.
Nah.
Do you want like
Yeah.
maybe the energy drink will
Yeah.
work better.
Yeah, because I remember you said Cincinnati. You were born Cincinnati or Seattle?
I was born in Seattle. That's kind of a complete different opposite.
Okay, all right, yeah. So
Okay,
and then
so
you
right.
ended up
I
in
was
Kentucky.
I was born in Cincinnati, but
Uh-huh.
the Cincinnati airport is in northern Kentucky.
Gotcha. Okay.
So 7 minutes away from the Cincinnati airport is Hebron, Kentucky.
Gotcha.
So like I'm from there, but I was born in Cincinnati.
But how did you end up in Hawaii? That's
So-
the question.
So divorce happened.
Uh-huh.
I moved down here. My parents are here,
Gotcha. Okay.
and then my buddy Ryan lives on the Big Island.
Okay.
And he was like, "Hey, there's an opportunity
Mhm.
to like move and work on this organic farm," and it was like work for 15 hours a week. It would cover my room and board, and
Gotcha.
whatever. So I had a private cottage
Okay.
to work 15 hours a week, but I didn't know like I guess it's everywhere now
Mhm.
that it's like it's not easy to get a job.
No, it's
Fuck
not.
no, hell
So
no.
what I've been seeing online too is they're like, if you're going to don't quit or silent quit, because if you quit, you're not going to find a job.
It's
or
hard,
if you're
right.
going to quit, look for a job first before you quit.
I mean, I had to be a public ass like
Yeah.
every day.
That's
Right.
real shit.
I'd either have to call them or like show up and be like, "What about now? What about now? How about now? How about now? What about now? Is it okay now? What about now?" And so,
What? This is a waiting list to be hired?
no, you just have to be up their ass in order for them to like continue to like actually maybe
Because they have
look.
times and seasons.
I got you.
Depending on how
I
well the
got
store
you.
does. Yeah.
But even or
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter because like people say they're hiring,
Mm-hmm.
but you have
That's
to
bullshit,
you have to
right.
present yourself to be there to be hired,
Gotcha.
especially with like experience, which I have in grocery.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll take you quick if you have experience because they won't have to train you as much. So if all you have to do is watch the videos, then you're set. But if and then just
You
learn.
save money.
Yeah.
No, that's not true at all. It was because I had it's because I had experience. I had to fight harder.
Really?
Right, because he would demand more money. Right. He would demand
Yeah,
more
but
money.
that would be ridiculous.
Be counterintuitive.
Yeah, that's what I'm
correct?
saying.
Yeah.
It would make
Yeah.
more sense to hire.
That's so stupid.
What?
That's so dumb. I
Okay.
don't know, man. It's all short term. Everything's
But,
short
okay,
term.
so I moved to Hawaii, and I've got a job on an organic farm. I'm supposed to work 15 hours a week. So Florida time works.
How old were you in this?
Last year. So
What? Oh,
40,
shit, okay.
43. So last year, I moved out there, and I'm working on this farm.
Mhm.
This chick's name is Jewel. And I was thinking, like,
Is she like mad hippie?
it could be
Like type shit?
It could be like the singer Jewel because she lives in Hawaii, and I'm like, oh shit, I might go be living with fucking Jewel in Hawaii.
Turns out it wasn't
Fuck
her.
no, it wasn't at all. Not even close. Jesus Christ. But so I get out there, and like the cottage is nice and everything, but it was like the buses are free, but it was like an hour and a half to get like into town.
Yeah.
So I'm living on the big island, and there's only one street that like really goes.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Because there's a goddamn volcano, like right.
Oh
in
shit!
the middle.
Wait, did you kind
Damn.
of stay close, or did you venture out into the town a lot? Like, were you well?
I was applying everywhere constantly. I had interviews all the time, but like, just like we were talking about, like I had to sell myself, but like you have to like sell yourself to where everybody knows you in the island.
Gotcha. So you
have to have a reputation.
you became a people person.
You have no. I've always been a people.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
Well, in the
what's
sense,
going on
in the
right
sense
now?
of like
what
you,
the fuck? Like, what are
in
you
the-
even talking about?
well, in the sense like you going around so everybody can know you by name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to be known around the island.
Yeah.
In order to get hired. And
That's
then
spooky.
the Jewel chick, she started expecting like 60 hours of work done in 15 hours a week. And I'm
Ooh.
like, well, that's
Was she fucking
that's
bitching?
literally impossible. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
especially
that
for
doesn't
one
make
person.
sense.
Yeah.
What kind of sweatshop shit is this? What the fuck?
Shit.
So I ended up just being like, well, I'm gonna wait to maybe hear from all of these interviews or jobs, and I didn't. So I still wanted to give it a little bit of time. I didn't want to give up yet. So then, like, I was living on the beach, and Hawaiians don't like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, I was in a fight like every
Damn.
day.
Oh wow. Okay, so they didn't even want you on the island
Well, I was getting punched from behind and
for no reason.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, they were literally assaulting you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, like the Hawaiians,
Holy
like the Hawaiians. Yeah.
shit.
I was
Holy shit.
So-
I was full on fighting.
Holy
like,
shit.
Maybe 3 out of 7 days a week, I was like in a full on fight.
And you can't even like really afford to protect yourself because that would affect your reputation.
Well, luckily I was in Taekwondo for like 13 years, so like I know how to protect myself.
Oh, you was
a little
dishing
bit.
out ass whoopings. Okay, okay.
No,
Well, again, too, he couldn't. Remember, Hawaiians.
Right, it would affect his
Yeah,
reputation.
like Dwayne Johnson colored Hawaiians. Like they didn't like.
Oh yeah, he's white. Like
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah.
like him because he was white.
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
that would backfire. Even
Yeah,
if he
exactly.
tried to.
So it's not that I was fighting
Right.
every day. It was more like I was guarding.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
Taekwondo was more
Self-defense.
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like it would get to a point occasionally,
Just like Wing Chun.
here and there. Like yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It would get to a point to where occasionally I'd have to like throw a punch.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn, that's crazy. Just because the hate was there. That's it. There was no reason behind it other than you need to get off our island.
Well, I mean, a lot of the Native Islanders were fucking methed out of their minds.
Oh, okay. So it's just like you walk in the street and then, damn. So they were having struggle getting jobs out there too. It's not just.
Well, it's not like they wanted to work. They just needed another piece of meth.
You what?
They weren't trying to work at all.
I got you.
Is it kind of like those situations with like the reservations out west, where it's like you'll have
They have their own
high
police.
rates of like opioid abuse and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of that is also kind of government induced
Of
too.
course, right.
So, like you guys being black, like
Sounds suspicious.
so, like crack
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that being introduced.
Yeah,
to,
what they
like,
put in the
inner
hoods.
city, like inner
Yeah.
city kind of shit. Like,
I feel that.
like
I feel that.
it's. I mean,
Now, would you?
we have no idea.
I
You know what I mean?
I hate that.
Yep.
It's all a fog. I fucking hate it.
Well, it's
I
not
hate
that
it.
it's all a fog. I think that there's certain things in life that have like changed opinions or created opinions on like certain aspects in life. Religion might have something to do with it. It may not.
Right. Well, when I say fog, I mean like in terms of truth.
Oh yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Right.
Well, I mean, like, so
Yeah.
we were going to talk about like history of the planet, and we have no idea.
Yeah, for sure.
We
You see what I'm
have
saying?
absolutely no idea.
Mm.
I remember, so you know how like Boar's Head is part of the deli.
Yes.
I used to have Boar's Head guys, and up north they were all flat earthers. And they would try to talk me into it all the time. And
I remember when you first started working, you're like, "Are you a flat earther? Are you a flat earther?" Like you were
Yeah.
asking all the boards that people, "Are they flat earthers?" Like when you first started.
Yeah.
It
Because,
could be
like-
like a subculture in that bitch or something,
Well,
like an
like-
initiation or something.
It's like every other planet's round, but like here.
No, that's a projection. That is just a projection of amongst the sphere, the dome. You know what I'm saying? And we're surrounded by the ice wall. And then you have the inner ring
So
and the
I
outer.
did actually see a video of a guy that like flew over it, and like
They
Yeah.
disproved it.
there's all these pyramids and like all these like hidden.
Yeah, yep. Pyramids. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Allegedly.
Pyramids. The pyramids. It all means something.
No,
All right. So,
I literally think that they were all power plants,
Yeah.
oh no, absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
I feel like there was like kind of like
Yeah.
not Tesla the cars, but like Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how he was able to actually harness like wireless
Free energy. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
would it be like geoacoustics or something like that? That would just kind of prime example. Ooh, is it a good time? Can we roll into it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. So the pyramids.
Smoke, you're not the only history buff here.
So the pyramids that they recently discovered.
Uh huh.
They didn't recently discover. They uncovered more to the pyramids.
the underneath.
Underneath, yes. Okay, so like coils that extend what 600
659 meters.
That's
or
wild.
something.
spooky.
That's
That's
wild.
rivaling.
Whoa, that's taller than any building
In
the
Dubai.
That's wild,
in
though.
the United States.
Right.
I don't know about Dubai.
No, the United States.
The United States, like Empire.
Yeah, the Empire is bigger
Jesus
than you.
Christ! I'm glad I came over to hang out with you. Yawning.
Oh, boy! Oh.
Yeah, I get bit in the face.
Oh.
I I get bit in the face by a dog, and then Jeff yawns,
It's like boring.
and then it's like Jeff squared too. So like I'm just waiting for Jeff squared to fucking yawn.
No, he's
And
interesting.
then
Go
we
ahead.
call it.
Yeah, we call it. All right, tabletop topics is done.
Just hit there.
So I do think that like it would have been uncovered beforehand. The dude that was the Egyptian in charge of antiquities. Well, he was kind of a super dick. So he didn't want more known because he didn't want more people to like come to Egypt and like discover stuff.
Gotcha. He wanted to have all the fame to himself.
The guy,
the
like,
discoveries.
if you look this guy up, he was a total asshole to everybody.
What's his name? Yeah, because like where I was leading into was like pretty much those pillars, right? Because you're saying because we were looking at what I brought was like geoacoustics, right?
Yeah.
Essentially harnessing the vibrations of the earth, movements of the crust, and
Well, so even like I'm not looking up the Egyptian antiquities guy. You can do that yourself.
okay,
But like even in like the king's coffin, whatever. So you can see that there's waves that have like hit like the ceiling
Okay.
and traces of mercury. So
Wow, okay.
mercury is like
Zahi Hawass.
yes.
Bad. I got
So
it.
he's trying to get all of the credit.
Well, no, he's retired now, but he's still also not letting people in.
What do you mean? What, he controls the site or what?
He's in charge of all of the antiquities in Egypt. So pyramids, anything. Like,
Gotcha.
like if you're gonna go look for a tomb or something, this is the guy that you have to go through to
Before
get
you
there.
can, and then he has to discover it first before you can even take a look at it.
Or if he's gonna even let you.
Oh, that's spooky.
Wait,
Wait, who gave him the rights though? Like I'm so.
he got the job as the
lead.
lead antiquity.
Yeah.
What if I just say fuck that guy and then I just?
Then Egypt will come and.
Oh, that's
you
crazy.
and-
Word. Oh, okay. So he's been appointed by the state, I guess.
or
kinda?
country. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
he-
Like a
probably-
representative.
He was
or
a
something?
representative of Egypt.
I guess. All right.
He's like, whatever you discover.
So
I get the credit.
let's just say politics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For
He's
sure.
in charge of that political genre
Mhm.
of. So basically, he's in charge of everything in Egypt.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like if you want to dig a piece of sand, yada yada yada.
You gotta go through him first before you do that.
Mhm.
All the bells and whistles. I got you.
Well, he is the bells and whistles.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's the
Oh, so he's what allows what information to be released. Even if you make some grand discovery, it's not
it
getting
still
out.
has to go through him, and if it's
Wow.
gonna make it through any sort of media or anything, it's got to go through him, and you'll be cancel cultured like immediately.
Immediately.
Golly, that's
And, like-
wild.
And like I hate even saying cancel cultured.
Yeah.
Right, because it's become a buzzword. I
Yeah.
feel it. I feel it.
No, I've never been a fan. I think it's lame as shit. Like
Oh,
like,
in general.
everybody needs to have your culture and your opinion.
Oh, I feel that. I feel that.
So-
Freedom of thought. I feel that.
Yeah,
You're
like-
saying no, it cannot just be owned. It could be shared.
It should be.
Yeah,
I mean,
Gotcha.
duh.
yeah. That
Like,
just to clarify.
isn't that like a stupid question to ask?
There's no
though?
such thing
You
because
know-
certain people don't have the answers.
That's true. Reading comprehension is at an all-time
because there
low.
isn't an answer.
10th
to
grade
that.
for college and 8th grade for high school graduates.
There is not an answer to that question because it shouldn't be a question.
I shouldn't be a
Yes,
question.
I know.
Right. Why are there barriers to knowledge, to uncovering
Because
free?
But like you,
open
but like you said,
shit.
whether it be a country or a culture, they want to
of course.
claim it
Of course,
for
of course.
themselves. So it's like anybody outside of that
Right.
culture or country.
Let's say Egypt discovers something that will change life forever.
So honestly, in my opinion, I think it's because it's easier to control people that are uneducated.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. That's why we always say pick up a book and read because a book will always tell you the truth.
Uh-huh.
Media and people can lie.
Well, I mean, could you imagine if like the books from
Alexandria.
Alexandria were like released? Like,
I'm dead.
So upset. So upset.
I was
Could've been the
actually
future.
thinking about this on the way down here, and I was like, everybody thinks that Caesar was like a great.
This great.
He was an idiot.
No, he wasn't. He was a dick.
what?
He killed. He like any town that they raided.
Yeah.
He killed all of them and erased their knowledge. Like he deleted all of the knowledge. And,
Just
like,
so their knowledge can be the primary, if anybody ever discovered it.
No, he would just want to delete the entire
Culture.
culture.
Gotcha.
So that way, like Roman culture would.
Cease to exist. Gotcha.
But like another thing, like what's messed up about Rome is like, why can't we figure out how to make the same concrete that Rome had?
That Rome had.
That's
Now,
right.
is this taking place during the epoch of like, you know, I'd guess you could say before the flood, like these civilizations, or is it
So-
around the time of the flood?
So if you actually do dig down, like every 12,300 years, there's a Great Flood. So it's,
Of course. Yeah, it's historic.
well, so the globe warms up
Mhm.
and the Arctics melt.
Yeah.
and
It's
there's
cyclical.
a flood.
Okay. And
Like if you look at like the property that like most of the rich have purchased recently,
Yeah.
is in like the center of the United States because its altitude is high enough to
Mhm.
where
If it does flood,
they won't be affected.
they won't. All right, so we gotta follow all of them. Don't listen to 2012
Like Bill Gates,
purchasing of that.
like
Oprah.
Mark Zuckerberg just bought like a ton of property and built like this huge underground thing in Hawaii.
like bunkers and why Hawaii though? That's all like volcanic active.
No, so the big volcano on the main island, the main island, the big one, is
Mhm.
actually the youngest of the islands,
And that's the most active.
and that's the one that's active.
Okay. Yeah, because I heard the whole Bill Gates bought like a fuck ton of land in like.
Yeah,
The-
so even like Sweden owns a lot of property there too.
Damn. So they know something's coming.
But okay.
So the last flood was like 12,000 something 100 years ago.
Was that the flood of Noah? Like the one that's been written?
The Ark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
So that's like what I'm taking from this is okay, so that was the last great flood, but there have been previous
Before that.
before that.
yeah, like every 12,000
12,000 years.
something.
Are we
years.
reaching that peak now?
Yeah, we're at 12,000,
At
like
12,000.
200.
Didn't God say-
12,100, 500 years? I think.
Didn't God say He wouldn't touch us anymore, or is He doing it other ways?
Well, who says to know which God is telling us anything?
Yeah.
So if it is Loki from like
Asgardian.
Asgardian Loki or Viking mythology?
Yeah, Viking
well,
mythology. Okay.
I mean, he's a trickster. So,
Gotcha.
I mean, he's never going to be honest with you. But like, who knows if that's not the God that like is written about in the Bible?
Gotcha. I got
I
you.
feel you.
So
I feel you.
You gotta get closer to the mic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the monotone doesn't travel far enough.
No, I could bring it up.
You had to make me snort.
Yeah,
That's
I got
what it
to.
was.
Let me read something from
Yeah,
Smoke.
let's get into
Smoke
the
says, "I'm
comments.
very intrigued on this convo." Snot Dog says, "I think Caesar is good. He's just famous like Nero because of how he died. 27 people don't stab
you because you're a good person.
Yeah,
27 people don't stab you because you're a good person.
yeah, exactly. For Caesar,
Well, the thing is, though, like educated wise, like people aren't educated. Everybody just like assumes because they're taught that Caesar was like a good.
gotcha.
A good guy, because everything we base off of
It's
is
Caesar.
But he was a total dickbag.
Yeah.
Like he would sack a city and just annihilate the entire city.
Yeah, so he'd get rid of their history, period. So there would be nothing left.
Yeah.
Which is why he was talking about the Book of Alexandria, the Library of Alexandria. It was done by Caesar. Caesar sent them in. They said religious monarchs are the ones that went in and did it, but they were all backed up by Caesar.
Caesar, they're funded by him.
Yeah.
Well, that was before Rome was even Christian. So they were pagans still.
But they were just saying it's Christian people that took down the book.
Because
the
it's
library.
easier to blame somebody else.
A religion, yeah.
Now, I can't say that Christianity does great things because historically any sort of organized religion has never done anything good for anybody except for people that live in the fucking Vatican and shit like that.
Right.
So there's supposed to be miles upon miles of books underneath the Vatican, and we'll never know any of
they'll
history.
they'll unalive us before we can even get to it.
There's so many walls.
Too many. They got all the secrets, but we can't know. The only person that can touch it are the priest and the Pope.
Okay, so here's a question then. If there's any part of history that you would like to know, what would it be?
How the pyramids built?
The moment after the Great Flood.
Okay, so
The first moments after the Great Flood.
But there was another Great Flood too.
Noah's Flood.
Noah's Flood.
Noah's Flood.
So
because he is referenced in so much Greek mythology.
He was known to live.
He was the last of the Eternals, of the last of the first humanity.
3,000 years. So
he was the last of
who
the
knows
first
if he was eating those apples?
Oh, I'm telling you, bro. He knew he had the knowledge of the last of great humanity.
Gotcha. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but who knows if
right?
he got to eat a couple of those apples?
That's true.
Well, here's another thing too.
Because notice, apples are referenced in everything. Knowledge,
well, it
discord,
says
chaos.
it doesn't even say it's not even an apple. It just says a fruit.
A fruit.
People
right.
just assume
it's an apple.
It's an apple.
Because palm translates
to apple.
Directly to apple.
But how? Well, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of more in the native.
Yeah.
Temperate zone, but I don't know. Was Africa actually a desert?
Absolutely not.
So if you look at the topography,
yes, thank you. Right. Africa and then the Amazon. Look at that entire tropic.
I am excited.
Look at that entire tropic. How does that make sense? That is in just Africa. That equatorial line is straight desert.
It was a total nuclear war.
They just wiped it off of the map. It was wiped off the map.
Well, that's when the Annunakis come into play because they're the ones that built the pyramids and they built the whatever to have global power.
Gotcha.
And they made us to be slaves. And then there was 2 global wars. There's a guy that talks about this. I can't remember his name. He's a black dude, super smart. He's been on he was on Joe Rogan once. But he does all these things, and he talks about how if you go to Africa and you go to the desert, if you go to the Sahara Desert and you dig down 3 feet, it's glass.
Wow.
And
that's volcanic. That's
3,000 degrees is how hot it has to be for glass to turn to stone.
Okay.
Which means that there were multiple nuclear battles that happened
in that desert.
And that's why you can if you do look at the topography, you can see the fact that there were explosions.
Those cataclysmic events. Hold on, let me pull that up.
But yeah, you can literally dig down a little bit in the sand and Sahara. Probably a little further now because the wind and whatnot. But the sand is glass.
Damn, that's wild. I didn't know that.
And sand has to get to the temperature of 3,000 degrees
in order to turn it to glass.
In order to turn
I feel it.
gray and glass.
Okay.
I mean, you could light grass.
I see what you're saying. Like it's literally like the line is perfect, and it's literally just
No, like see, like there's that like hole right there. Yeah, right there.
right there. Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
and
that's
then there's another one to the upper left. Yeah, right there. Yeah, like where shit just exploded.
Oh, no, we don't want that. Yeah, it's spooky shit, man.
But I mean, that's where, which is messed up because you have all the pyramids in like South America.
Right, and the pyramids. Right, like, come on, you can't. It just, I don't know, bro.
So I mean, also think about it though. If South America was still connected to Africa,
mm-hmm.
Right. Like, we can't say for sure, like, there wasn't a civilization on the supercontinent
Gotcha
itself.
Gotcha.
what, Pangea.
Pangea itself.
Yeah.
There's
Do you
just
know
so
about Pangea?
much, so many billions of years that we're just filling in. Yeah, it was just nothing. Cambrian. Fucking all of this bullshit. And yeah, we can find the fossils and stuff, but that's 1%
Yeah.
of everything.
Well, like they said too, sometimes you'll find fossils on Africa, and then the other half would be
Right,
on-
and then of
on
course
South
you'll
America,
find
yeah.
like coral, like million-year-old coral.
yeah,
Right, like I don't know.
So like, there's all these like hidden underground things
Mhm.
in the Grand Canyon.
Mhm.
But like now they're starting to find like all these underground civilizations
That's wild.
Right, in the walls. Yeah.
that go really deep down,
Mhm.
and like we have no idea of anything.
And that's the thing. If somebody discovers it, they disappear.
We don't know nothing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Shit. Nah, you can't tell the world about this. We're not ready yet.
He's like, yeah, they'll be like, I found this out, and they're like, I unalived myself with my belt on the door.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry, my
shit.
bad. Too,
Right.
too quick for the Clintons
I'm
right
telling
there.
you.
My bad.
All right. Smoke says Norse pagans fire. Snot Dog says Jesus Christ, Jeff. Try reading that one more time. Laughing my fucking ass off. Smoke says I feel like me and this guy can have a good conversation about history. So maybe you can come back
Yeah,
and
you
do a
guys should
collab because
definitely-
he loves history. He's the one that does history on the Titanic.
Like, any type of history you want to talk about, like,
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Yeah. Snot says you say Noah's flood, like the man was responsible. Mott Man says I'm back. Smoke says brother moth. Okay, so they're having their own conversation. Black Coffee says does apple even grow in Africa?
Yeah, it 100% does.
Yeah.
Probably not in the desert, but
No.
Oh yeah, definitely not, especially if there's glass.
But
Yeah.
I mean, you can go down a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Black Coffee asks, do y'all think the pyramids were built by the civilization before Noah?
yeah. 100%.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Those things are ancient.
Noah was just the last one of that civilization.
Yeah, he
Like
was,
generations.
And they're superhuman anyway.
Yeah.
So
he was one of the last. I'm not gonna say immortal, but like the people that could live.
he lived long,
Live
500-600 years. Yeah.
No, we're talking thousands.
Thousands,
of years.
brother. Thousands, brother.
I got you.
Yeah,
Even
so-
ancient, like recent Greek texts mention, like Epic of Gilgamesh
Yes,
mentions
yeah.
Noah.
Like Moses was still alive.
Moses was still alive.
Yeah.
And when they mentioned Moses, the last mention of him, he was 3,000 years old, and then he still was like kicking it.
Yep.
That is wild.
Yep.
To live that long?
We
It's
all-
like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Just read?
That's
Yeah,
why
I know. Especially
You've gone
without-
beyond wise, bro.
Yeah, like there's no internet porn. Like, what are you doing? like what?
No, I bet.
Like, he's like, oh my god, check out that apple tree.
Check out that tree. That tree looking thick as hell.
Yeah, look at them.
Yeah, that
Oh,
fucking
dude.
that apple tastes dope.
Oh my god, that's wild.
Dude.
No, that's wild, man.
No, it's real
like,
stuff.
yeah,
it's real
like-
stuff, bro. But it's like they'll just wash it away and just be like, yeah, nothing happened here. The Dark Ages.
Okay, so Well, I mean, if you go back, if you're thinking of the Dark Ages, that's when like religion really kind of took over. But something must have happened, and I'm not exactly sure what it was, to where we stopped living for so long.
I think it's because of the whole Noah. We're sons and daughters of Noah.
No.
I thought it was angels sleeping with humans.
No. That's the Old
old.
Testament.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, like-
gotcha.
Well, the thing about the Old Testament, though, is like they even cancel out the fact of the Anunnakis. So the Anunnakis,
Unless it was edited after.
Well, I mean King James. I mean, come on.
that's
But
true.
like, so the Anunnakis were the ones that lived forever, right?
Mhm.
Right.
And they
Let me
came.
pull that up for chat.
They came here to apparently harvest gold because their planet's atmosphere needed gold to atmosphere. I don't think.
Oh, so they just need.
Here we go.
All right. So can you explain what the Anunnakis are for people who don't know?
Here we go.
So the Anunnakis were
Beings, aliens.
They're mentioned in every like ancient
yeah, like even
hieroglyph.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The people that were
with
like,
the wings.
and holding a purse
Yes, sir.
or something like that.
Yeah.
But they
Mesopotamia, the first civilization. Sir.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
yeah. No, go back
Read
to
it,
that.
Jeff.
Go back to that last picture.
Which one are we looking
No,
at?
that one right there.
This one.
No. Down one. Yeah, that one.
This one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So look at how big
The Anunnaki. So they're like giants.
they were. Giants.
So it's like those buildings that you were showing me where
The
they had the
doors?
giant doors and then
Come on, bro. Doesn't come on, man. You really date us,
bro.
So
Us.
look, that
Bro.
person is sitting down.
That's in every culture,
That's in
civilization.
every civilization.
Every culture.
It's
single-
documented.
because every
It's
photo
documented.
documented around the world has a depiction of these giant
of
human
the
beings.
Anunnakis, the giant human beings. How are we having these giant ass doors that we have to cut little tiny
And they were
holes
made
in?
already. Yeah.
Right, they're already made.
Actually, most of those doors, one of us can just open it. They're made that perfectly. Wow. To where
Really?
you can just walk up and like just
Push it.
Because remember, everything was cut with such
Precision.
atomic precision.
Well, it's
It
even
was stupid.
It's like even that town that you showed me that had electricity, but there was no
right. There was no
wires.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
just
there's a light bulb hieroglyph in Egypt.
yes.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And gold is a good conductor too.
Is the best conductor, but and the whatchamacallit, the pyramids were
and copper.
yep. Pyramids were tipped in gold,
The tip was gold.
and then the
rest-
phosphorus or something like that, or
So apparently, like the coils that were found underneath the pyramid
Mhm.
were first off 659 meters. That's insane.
it's spooky. It's
So
spooky.
and then they're also wrapped
Right.
in copper wire.
And copper,
And copper wire.
Damn, so they know what they were doing.
Bro, they're
That's-
harnessing,
but, like,
Especially if
the
electricity,
energy,
like if electricity
right.
happened, it
They're
automatically.
literally harnessing the energy.
yeah.
Because
But-
remember, how do you think wireless charging happens? How do you think wireless charging happens? They've literally showed you how to literally different frequencies of energy. You can change the frequency, and then whatever the receiver is.
Gotcha.
Like if you can match
And
that, it'll absorb that frequency and like charge it. You've
So-
never. Go ahead.
So, no, like, I literally believe that, you know how, like, when you and I are at work and people will walk past you and come and ask me a question?
Yeah.
I think that, like, everybody works on a different frequency.
Okay, I got you.
And,
So
like,
they
I-
match your frequency, which is why they come to
I
you.
just feel like a vibration is there, and, like, the whole universe runs on a vibration.
Oh, of course, of course. Well, it's that talks about the parallel reality,
The metaphysics of epistemology.
So the that there's like what was it, 7 or 10 realities,
Yeah.
and we are all in the same
Oh.
space at the same time,
There-
which is
there-
vibrating at different frequencies.
There's so many more than that.
different rules, different laws. Of
Right now, my human brain is
Anything.
accepting 10. I will accept more, but that's
we
why.
can get real dimensions.
Yes, we have.
But like I don't know what it is though. I mean, you see it.
Yeah, it's like deja vu, or you see something around the corner when you turn your eye, or
I dream about shit all the time.
There you go.
That happens.
Yeah.
To me.
or you've lived through something and then you happen to do it again, and you're like, I've already been in this situation. I don't know what, but I remember it. You know what I'm saying? So vibrating at different frequencies, but occupying the same space. Different realities.
So, like, it is funny though. Like there'll be 4 people working next to me. I'll be on my knees looking away from anybody.
Pause.
You what?
Go ahead, continue. I had to say because I know Smoke is paying attention.
So I will literally be looking like in a cooler or doing something, and I'll know that there's like 3 people working behind me, but people will just come up to me and be like, "Where's organic quinoa?" And I'm like,
That black guy's over there. Why don't you ask him?
I've tried to do that. And you're like,
man.
don't worry about me. I'm racist.
Yeah, it's alright. Allegedly.
No, like you gotta see this shit. Like when he tells white people at work that he's racist. It's
No, what you should tell
They
him.
been
What,
looking
you should,
stuck
I
as
did. I
fuck,
didn't tell
huh?
him what happened yesterday when that lady came up to him.
she picked the wrong black dude.
Yeah. So this lady came up yesterday with her daughter, and she's like, "Oh, you guys are back together again. There's no separating y'all." And I'm confused as shit. Patrick knows what the fuck she's talking about, and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." And she's like, "Yeah, but," and then Patrick's like, "That wasn't him." And she's like, "What are you talking about? They have the same beard." And he said, "No, that was Harold. Harold 6'4", bro.
That's crazy.
And he's got
dreads, mini beard.
She
just saw
He's got the
black.
He's got the most ghetto beard too.
Ghetto beard
Like,
too, bro.
like,
And then, bro, and then I said, and she's like, "Are you sure?" We're like, "No." So Harold finally walks out, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, you're right, that is him." And I said, "It's all right, ma'am. We all look alike." And she started laughing.
Bro, she really colorblind, bro. That's crazy. word.
no, and well, you didn't even let me finish because I was like, you didn't even see him until he smiled.
That's crazy. Word.
Oh man,
That's crazy.
yeah,
Word.
Vic's gonna like you.
No, that's fire. That's fire.
Oh man, bro, but yeah, that's wild. Yeah, she thought I was Harold. I'm like, bro, not even close. But go ahead, man. Continue with what you.
Oh, that's too it now. I'm thinking of Harold's Mexi beard now. He's got like the lamest beard
Oh
ever.
man.
That's crazy work. Is this the epic? Yep.
Oh yeah.
Snotdog says it's usually racism, but vibration is cute, I guess.
No, vibration is the entire universe. That's what.
Oh yeah,
Of course,
the
yeah.
universe is the reality is on a specific vibration.
Vibration, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, so you got to think of like, we don't just revolve around the sun. Our sun is like flying
It's
through
hurtling.
the universe, and we're just like
Yeah, I think we should.
following it.
I think
The great attractor.
Yeah, we're going to the
Yeah.
great attractor,
Yeah.
the singularity. We showed people what it looks like.
Did we?
Going through the singularity? Yeah, it's like that.
Oh,
weird.
how it shows
It's like
the perspective.
Yeah,
just
it's
going
like
like
a
that.
spit wad.
Yeah,
right?
the
Like, you just,
sun
like, launched
is
out there.
hurtling through. Okay, so Milky Way is hurtling towards the great attractor.
Yes.
The sun is hurtling towards the center of the
And
Milky
since
Way, or
we're in its
around the Milky Way.
gravitational pull,
And then we're hurtling around the sun, so it's
the
like
moon's hurtling around us.
around us. So we're not really orbiting; we're just following each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then here's a fucked up question. Where did our moon come from?
I think it came from us.
So the dimensions of the moon versus the sun, for us to have a
It's perfect solar eclipse.
a perfect solar eclipse
Yeah,
is
it's
impossible.
That sounds
It's impossible.
It's totally
Suspicious.
impossible. And supposedly, supposedly,
Allegedly.
the first time that they landed on the moon,
It was fake.
it gave like a gong sound.
Oh, like there was a ambient sound.
The moon was like
Remember?
Hollow?
empty.
Remember what's the name of that movie that we watched that you hated so much with
Moonfall.
Chris Pratt?
Moonfall.
That's when the moon wasn't actually
the moon was fake.
It was
I was like,
it was a cage for an artificial
right,
intelligence.
and the fact that, like, okay, I guess we can get into the science of it. I just think it's amazing how perfectly, the moon rotates exactly with the Earth, so we will only see one side of the moon.
But where would that much mass come from to be perfectly aligned
With the sun.
with the
Right,
Earth?
with the Earth,
yeah.
right? How does the Earth look at the size of the Earth? Look at Jupiter and how many moons it has.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right? Look how big Jupiter is.
Yeah,
of course,
sure.
it's gonna.
What,
Sure.
like 9 moons?
You know what I'm saying? But look at the size of Earth compared to its moon, and look at every other planet that has a moon.
Like
Gotcha.
we wouldn't have waves or gravity.
of course,
would be
yeah, it
different.
controls all that, yeah,
Right.
Our weather would be totally
And it's
different.
cyclical. Like it's
It's on point,
Clockwork.
like somebody's controlling it.
But like it's messed up though, because like it doesn't rotate. It just
it literally
Whoa.
just moves.
so
It-
we never see the backside of the moon.
right.
Damn.
Right.
That's
It's so stupid. So
You
if
need
you
to-
were on the moon, you
Jeff,
would.
you need to cut that shit out.
what.
Fucking yawning every
Oh,
day.
That was a
fucking
yawn.
yawn.
I was about to hiccup burp.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
You need me to burp you, Jeff?
So much better.
I had
Yeah.
I had
your bib?
Should we go get
Let's go burp his ass real quick.
I had
Like, get on here, bro.
I had sushi.
Google Gaga.
Oh man.
Yeah. What Smoke said?
Oh man. No, that's real.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh.
It's funny that your dog bit my face and now
Yeah.
he's like, he's my bitch now. You my bitch?
Allegedly.
He's asking for forgiveness.
Smoke
we're doing this?
Smoke says next time I come on here I want to talk about the disappearance of the Roman 9th Legion. Mothman says I've been reading about that. That's a real good topic. I'll tune in for that. And then of course Smoke says fire.
Salute.
So I'm gonna have to bring a chair for this conversation, I guess.
We got extra chairs.
Yeah.
Because I'll jump in on that.
Yeah.
So the 9th Legion, they were on a ship too, weren't they?
You gotta tell us, sir. You're the history buff.
I know, but like
Let's
sometimes
see. I'll
like
pull that up.
I can forget some shit.
The 9th Legion. Oh, he's pulling it up.
Oh, whoa! I'm pulling the freaking.
Careful, sir.
Oh, great!
Oh, they're gonna break it down.
Yeah, his whole internet.
They about to
porn-
hack my whole shit, bro.
His whole internet porn collection just popped up.
They finna backdoor my shit, bro. Oh man, that's crazy.
Anyways, like while you're looking that up, so the Annunaki,
No, we can stay on that.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
The Annunakis.
They-
Yeah.
Annunakis.
Yeah.
they no, like still Google it. We can
Oh, yeah,
still,
yeah,
we
yeah.
can still like talk about it.
Okay.
So they were here for
Millennia.
or longer.
Longer than that.
Centuries.
You went
Yeah,
smaller.
that,
you went down.
they were here for
Decades.
they were here for 12 days.
For 12, about a week and a half.
They came and they left.
They showed
Yeah.
up for holiday.
Yeah,
and
they were
just,
like,
you know.
let's create the humans and then
And then leave.
Oh,
You think that's how
man.
Alien depicts them too, which is why they show those giant.
Oh, the creators.
Yeah, the creators.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
spooky shit,
Ridley-
man.
Ridley Scott.
Spooky shit.
How is it spooky? I mean, because we have no idea.
Right.
That's
what I'm
why it's
saying.
spooky,
That's
because it's like
spooky.
You can't be spooked by what you don't know.
I think the thing is we wake up every day and we do our daily lives and all that stuff like that.
Right,
If
that's
you think
what I'm
about
saying.
history itself, like do your research and look
How do
at
you go back? That's
Yeah.
red pill, blue pill shit. Like, how do you? Okay, now that I know there are these things that literally created the reality I live in, and then I have to
pretend it
Accept
doesn't
it.
exist.
accept it and
Yeah.
then
and go to work.
Yeah, I have to wage cook. I have to wage cook. Meanwhile, the Annunaki are my fucking skull. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
I know. Like
That's crazy.
If only I was like 19 feet tall,
That's spooky, bro.
carrying my
amazing.
purse around.
Right, and they-
Harnessing energy.
right.
Yeah,
They
I-
bring them energy. Everyone always has like they bring them the light. They bring them the source.
So, quick question for you, Patrick. You think it's because the Anunnaki exists? That's why they were in the golden ages back in the day. Like they had the technology and the creativity to do all this.
I feel like that they were using vibration in order.
What
to
is it? Yeah, like I wouldn't even call it technology.
Gotcha.
Because technology
Like a
is
frequency.
our means of interacting with what they had.
So it's like the film Lucy, where she was able to tap
Right.
into. Okay.
Oh my god! I literally just watched that
Right,
movie before
right.
I drove over here.
I have
Right,
it.
which is why like once you get started.
like I literally just watched it.
Oh, the other
before
day?
I left.
No,
Oh,
before I left.
shit, that's
Yeah.
fire. Hell yeah, Lucy. Yep.
Yeah, Lucy's a good film.
Once you get
So
to
I had to turn it off once she made it to 90%,
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
and then I was
'Cause
like,
she's gonna
"Damn,
die."
I'm
Yeah.
early, and now I need a dog to bite my face."
To make up the 10%.
Make up the 10%.
Yeah.
You can have my 10%, I guess, dog.
spooky shit.
That is fucking shit.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can consider our technology as just the interface to access that.
Mm-hmm.
It's, dude, literally everything is just the wave function. Everything just it just an extension of it.
So, like, you and I didn't even need to meet each other. When I came in here, you knew that you and I would have
Oh fuck yeah!
a
What the
connection.
heck? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What?
What the fuck?
As soon as you told me what you wanted to talk about, I told
What
him.
the
He got
fuck?
excited. He's like, "I'm ready."
Yeah, but like we didn't even need to say anything to each other.
No, I feel
We
it.
saw each other, and it was like,
I knew. Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah,
What the hell?
like-
Absolutely.
well, I mean, I think
Absolutely.
that, I mean, fucking Einstein was on that. Like,
Yeah.
With and actually, who's that? Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, I love that man.
He talks about
He's awesome.
who he thinks the smartest person
In the world is
who
or in history?
ever lived. Yeah.
Okay.
And he talks about Isaac Newton. So Isaac Newton,
The gravity motherfucker.
Yeah.
well, he came up with that, and then he came up with he found a couple planets, and they were like, "How'd you do that?" And he was like, he had to come up with an entire mathematic system. So he came up with this separate math.
Just
You know what? You know what the math is?
was it quantum mechanics or something? Not quantum mechanics. Something.
No, just like
yeah.
pull up the Neil deGrasse talking about his
Oh, it's like an independent deGrasse Tyson.
looking up, talking about
Isaac Newton.
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, that's the first thing too.
Here. It's a clip, right? Isaac Newton is number one.
Yeah,
He's number one tonight?
Yeah, play that shit. Like, it's crazy. He formulates his own mathematics
Really?
in order to explain how planets travel around each other.
Probably gonna
Who
play
do you
commercial
think
first.
is
Oh.
the most extraordinary scientific mind that,
So they ask him
that
that
humanity
question.
has produced?
There is no contest. Isaac Newton.
Really?
Nothing.
You hear how the crowd do.
Nobody comes close.
Explain why.
He,
Yeah, please.
working alone, discovers
Working alone.
the laws of motion.
Laws of
Emotion. Yeah.
Then he discovers the law.
The
of
laws of
gravity.
gravity.
Universal law of gravitation. Oh, and then someone asked Ike, or I don't know what they call him, Ike. Why do planets orbit
Oh,
in this
man.
shape, ellipses, the ovals, rather
Ovals,
than
yeah.
circles?
Perfect
He
circle.
said, I don't know. I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And he goes home, and he comes back. I finally have my answer. And they said, well, Isaac, how did you do that? Well, I had to invent integral and differential calculus.
Get the
to
fuck
answer
out of
that
here,
question.
bro.
Get
Get the
Then
fuck
he discovers the law.
Nah.
Yo, that's
Well, hold on there. That's wild.
Deducing that white light is composed of colors.
of colors. What?
Because you could take those same colors, recombine them, and get white
And
light.
get white light.
Right.
Freaked out artists of the day. So he does all of this. Then he turns 26.
26.
Oh! You're lying.
Why would I?
26?
He had already done,
That's spooky
and then
activity.
he turned 26. So
That's
like
spooky.
he wasn't even.
This is God. I'm gonna sprinkle some information in your brain.
Did you just salt?
Yes, I'll sprinkle some information
but
in your
really,
brain,
you
bro.
don't
That's
think-
wild.
Like, I'm gonna get like kind of mythical. Like, you don't think there are like just individuals just throughout history? It's just like,
Let me drop some knowledge.
So like
They just randomly discover it. It
like
just pops in their head.
Da Vinci disappeared for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And nobody knew where he was. And he was in Italy. And then he came back with all these different random ideas. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. It's like,
spooky, man.
what is it that gets them there?
well,
The
I mean,
source.
fucking Da Vinci.
Like you
could've-
said, the vibration.
Da Vinci could have been taken by aliens. Because he came back with like,
Do you think there's a vibration for knowledge?
yeah.
I
think there's a vibration for everything.
And we can't. It's not like once you hit that vibration, you stay there. You have to actively be in that vibration.
Well, like he said, most of the smart people were on some type of narcotics.
Something.
Well,
Not
yeah.
narc-
I mean, well,
you have to
like,
kind of sort of.
I mean, if you remember, like not that long ago, Coca-Cola Classic.
Yeah,
literally had.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm sure everybody was on something.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine being the first person being like,
The laws of gravity.
man, let's go on vacation and come back and being like, damn it, we left our bread and fruit and the bowl in the center of the table, and they're like, let's drink it, and then had alcohol.
No, that's real shit. No, that's real shit. Who was the first person to do the shit that we did?
But name a time in history that we know of that alcohol isn't
Right.
just
Depicted.
written about.
Yeah, it's always depicted.
I
in
think it's
everything.
before our time.
Yeah.
Alcohol's before our time. I think a lot
It's
of
even mentioned in
Right.
Viking times, lores, the
Like-
Greeks. As,
Like, I think
as
alcohol-
artists.
It's all of
It's
it.
mead, like it's everywhere.
Well, but it's never mentioned on how they make it.
No, it's just
like,
there.
It's there.
It's just
Right.
there.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, same with bread.
Yeah.
that's facts.
Like
The act of letting it go bad.
But that's the thing, like you said, Patrick. Nobody thinks about these things. We wake up, we go to sleep, we go wage
Right.
clock, we come home, we do the same thing every day. But then when you like sit down and actually read a history book or try to discover something new, you're like, holy shit, this is actually exciting if you really think about it. The breaking down of how everything is made or where we come from or what history was, but nobody really thinks about it because they're so worried about paying bills.
well, I mean, you got to pay your bills.
Well, yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
true.
Yeah, we would be
But
able to do
ultimately,
this.
What
yeah.
does the bill mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we can have limitless energy.
Yeah, but they're not making money, so
What does the bill mean? Why don't we all collectively just be like, hey guys, if we all come together and just discover this limitless energy, nobody has to work. We
or it exists.
create infinite resources.
Well, we had the option.
They just get
for
rid of
it.
you before you.
We had the option for it, and Tesla got kicked out. And I live right down the street from a dude that stole all of his
Dang.
inventions.
allegedly.
Spooky
Oh,
shit.
Oh, you're talking about when you were in Kentucky?
Edison stole all of his shit.
Oh yeah, Edison. Yeah,
for sure. For
Nikola
sure.
Tesla. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
for
No,
like,
no, he didn't steal from Tesla. He stole from all of his employees.
Ah,
So, but he did also steal the contract for his light bulbs, which then changed it from DC to AC. or AC to DC, whatever.
damn.
Oh my god.
What comments?
Yeah. Snot Dog says he had that powdered ass white hair at 26, and then she also says, so are we saying we as a society need to do more drugs to get smarter?
You're already doing drugs. You're already doing drugs. You're consuming a whole bunch of brain rot content in general. I'm not speaking to you directly.
I mean, if you're gonna do some, I would recommend like mushrooms.
Right, that's the safest, I'd say.
Yeah, mushrooms are good with rice.
But we don't condone doing
It's talking about rice.
She talking.
Yeah,
it's talking about rice. YouTube.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
She
mushrooms
talking.
and rice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Oh man,
Just straight up glass, bro.
I'm sorry. Like I didn't know. I needed to church it up.
Oh,
No,
man,
you're good, you're
no,
good.
you solid.
Yeah, we
booger
solid.
sugar.
Booger
We're
sugar.
about an hour in.
Yeah, we're good.
It's gonna take a minute to scrub through
Did you
all
say
this.
booger sugar?
Yeah, sugar booger.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
sugar.
Yeah, no,
booger
like,
sugar.
I'm
Nah,
out.
they all had to be on.
I'm
something.
out on that. I don't trust that.
You have to
anymore.
alter your perception to just even like you know what I'm saying. I don't know.
I think one of the easiest things to do is to smile,
Mm.
and then it's easier to learn when you smile
True.
I feel that.
because then you're
You invite everything,
you're more receptive
Right.
to
everything, information,
Yeah,
everything.
because it's hard to learn when you're like, "Brr," like I'm angry.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's lame.
So what do you think happened? So what do you think happened to all the giants? Do you think they were wiped out? They left, or did people take them down? Like, what is your theory on that?
So I want to assume that they bounced.
Gotcha.
Do you think we're the children of Nephilim, the descendants of Nephilim who
Angels.
continued to?
Or as the Christians call it, angels and humans
Yeah.
mixing.
Well, I mean, if you would consider angels from the Bible, they were probably giants. So they were probably written,
like David and Goliath type stuff.
Yeah, they were probably already written about because they were
existed.
the Annunakis.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not taking anything away from anybody.
No, I
Yeah, for sure. Go
I
ahead, man.
understand.
Yeah,
For sure,
yeah,
for
yeah. It's
sure.
your opinion.
But
for sure.
like they have found like giant skeletons on a planet.
Yeah. They, I know some archaeologists in Egypt have dug some up too.
Which is surprising that you would find that because the dude from the antiquities,
God.
he would have covered it up.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if they don't want the. Oh, there goes the giant bones.
Oh, that's spooky.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them are like also from like Scotland.
Damn, they got that. They were that out there.
Yeah.
You think they were depicted as what do you call it, trolls for people out there?
Well, I think different cultures ultimately started,
Changed, yeah.
interpreting them.
Yeah,
different.
I mean, interpretation is based on people that wanted to create a facade on how to control people.
Gotcha.
So I feel like a lot of history is written based on control.
Which is why if you see the movie The Book of Eli with Denzel Washington in it, that one guy that was trying to look for the Bible so he can control the masses, because after the world was gone, he had the last Bible and they were all coming after him because.
Well, I mean, like, if you even think about it, like everybody follows, like if you're a Christian, you're gonna read
the Bible.
The Bible, right?
But which Bible?
Oh, King James. Yeah.
Because he needed to kill his wives, divorce, yada yada yada. So it was rewritten
To absolve him.
for him.
Right.
Oh, okay. So that's why there's so many interpretations of it.
Yep. So many denominations.
But like it also cut a ton of stuff out. So like in the original Bible, the Annunaki were part of the Bible. So I mean, like they were written history, but it was like taken out. And now, like if you could find it, you're lucky.
What's like
But like the Book of David, though, still mentions them in Scripture. So.
What's like it's like I have the Book of Enoch. It was part of the Bible, but then they removed it.
Yeah,
because they didn't want it. They didn't want to accept what was on it. Where
the Book of Enoch.
The book of, when Enoch becomes
well,
Metatron, which is the right hand man to God, just in case God decides to retire. But it was a very interesting read.
Wait, doesn't Metatron look like an Anunnaki?
So yeah, if you think about it, the book
all
of
connected.
the book of Enoch was about the Annunakis.
And that's what I read too. Yeah. Very interesting read too, and it's like
it's great.
when I was doing, and it's a small book. It's not even a lot. It was just a small page in the Bible that they took out because they didn't want
it was too
the
blasphemous.
Christians.
It was blasphemous.
It was blaspheme.
A separate kind of
Yeah,
idea.
only because there's nobody higher than God.
Than
So
the
it's
one
like
above
when
all.
in the book it's talking about how this human king was chosen by God himself to replace him, and then he was above all the angels, all the archangels, all that stuff like that. They're like, this is blasphemous. So they removed it from the Bible. So now if you want to read the book of Enoch, you have to buy it separate from the Bible. But I got it in my room, so if anybody else ever wants to read.
Are you inviting me to your room? That's
Well,
kinda-
hold on.
that's kinda
Hey, hold on there. Hold on. I didn't say that. Hold on there.
Yo,
Bro,
Jeff.
we didn't add my Ayo what the fuck
Jeff.
button back.
Hey, yo.
Nah, we
Hey,
don't do that
yo.
here. I likes women's.
well,
You're looking for the book of Enoch or Annunaki?
I keep getting told that I don't, which is lame. But yeah, so we work with this girl, and like I accidentally like grazed her butt the other day.
Allegedly.
No, I did, and
Allegedly.
He said we take accountability.
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And like I apologized to her, like it was an accident. And then like I go to clock out like 20 minutes later, and she's like,
Fucking
I wasn't
roundhouse.
really upset about it because I thought you were gay.
Damn.
No, I've heard it my whole life, so like it's hysterical. I don't care anymore.
You could have been a whole villain, bro.
Gotcha. Yeah, you could have.
Could have been a whole villain.
Got into places that...
Why would I be a villain?
Because no man can get into
'Cause
places
you
you can get
can-
into.
I don't make enough money to be a villain. Like, what are you talking about?
Wait, evil always wins, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
evil does
It pays
always win.
to be evil,
At the
doesn't
end,
it?
yeah. Evil runs the world, sir.
It does not pay to be evil.
The good finish last.
Yes.
What?
That is
or
not,
they die first.
Yes, that's true.
That is not true.
You know how much I've sacrificed.
I'm kidding.
Because
I'm kidding.
because of being nice, I actually have the sweetest girl I could ever imagine
That's
in my
good.
life right
She
now.
respects you. That's
Yes,
awesome.
sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
good.
Yeah.
No, that's real. That's real. I'm just bullshitting.
Yeah, we just.
I'm bullshit.
just-
Oh, dude, yeah, you're gay.
Allegedly.
No, I'm kidding. Yo.
Oh, I just kicked your dog in the face. How's it feel?
Yep. Return fire. Return
we don't-
fire. What?
We don't condone of animal abuse here. He's joking.
I'm rubber. You're glue. What the fuck?
It was an accident. He's literally.
No, we're never gonna forgive him. I hope you
He's
know that.
literally laying on my shoe.
We're never
Yeah, he's
forgiving
fired.
Bruce ever again. He's never receiving the same amount of love he got before that incident. It's over. We're done with him. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, get out of town.
You might as well go home with him, bro.
Get out of town.
It's a new
Oh
family.
no, he got up immediately. Like, do I really need to get out of town?
What you got for us, man? Jeff?
No, I got nothing. I thought you were continuing your story on the.
Oh, being gay.
No.
Oh no,
Oh, boy, tweak.
was that Zelda?
No.
What was that?
Yeah, that was
The
totally
ocarina-
the Ocarina of
the
Time.
ocarina?
No, that's just to go into a.
That's the
That's
Ocarina
the
of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
All right. Sure.
You need to nerd up your game
I
a
don't-
little bit, dude.
He hadn't been on Nintendo. Bro, we got a Switch just collecting dust, man. I keep telling you, he need to fire that up. Play some Breath of the Wild or,
That game's forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
I mean, that's as long as you want it to be.
Yeah, that's true. Depending on how many.
Hey, yo, chill.
Pause.
Chill, chill, chill,
like
chill,
Elden,
chill.
like
Hey, yo.
Elden Ring.
Hey, yo.
I put so many hours in that game. That game's so hard.
Do you... Wait, how... I don't know. Okay. Elden Ring what?
Just the original.
Okay.
Like I put so many hours.
How many
in
hours
it.
have you grinded in that?
So I think my character's like level 300 and
Damn.
What is it?
Is that a lot? Because I don't want to
Yeah,
say
like I don't want to
To
say
me,
damn,
that's-
and then you're
And
like,
then I'm hearing, oh yeah, my is
I'm like,
700 or 1,003.
what? How long does it take to get to that level? Please.
All of the internet porn.
Okay, so then that means it is a high level. All right.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't take long.
Okay.
For me, I don't know. Whatever. No, wait, no. Internet porn or Elden Ring? Yeah, it takes a long time.
Oh man.
You brought this upon yourself, Jeff.
I was just asking, you know.
No, I mean like you brought me.
No, Snot Dog said that's a heart, my friend. Both of you guys are wrong.
Bring it in.
She's the nerdiest.
Who?
Snot Dog.
She said, "No, that's a heart."
She's like,
I think
that's
she
a
pulled
heart.
it up.
Yeah, it's a heart.
She pulled it up.
Watch her send it to our Instagram business page.
Like, this is the actual Ocarina of Time.
Yep.
Bro, the Ocarina of Time.
But no, we can't play the music. Copyright.
Spooky zap.
God damn it! I
Zap!
didn't mean to ruin it.
Yep, zapped.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they would have zapped us
Oh my god, that just,
immediately.
that just reminded me of what's that Dave Chappelle movie? Snippity snap, snip snap snip.
Ah, not how high.
Half baked.
Half baked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? He went to rehab for an addiction to marijuana.
No, that was the roommate. Which
That was the roommate, right?
No, he went to jail because he was like feeding the horse pop.
No, it was like an anonymous. He went to like an anonymous meeting, and then like he was a self-admitted like.
Oh, are you talking in real life?
No, it was half baked.
So the only person that got busted and half baked was
When he was like standing in front of the podium, and he's like, "Guys, I have an addiction."
oh yeah,
To
you
weed.
were here for weed.
You were here for weed. Blow this man.
And it was Bob Saget.
I fucking love it. I love it.
No, that's wild.
That's awesome. You gotta watch that. I love that.
Yeah,
man.
like the crazy things that we do for ladies.
Blasphemous. Thank you for joining us. You have a good night, sir.
Blasphemous. All right, I'm out. Catch y'all later. Take it easy, Blasphemous. Appreciate you stopping by, brother.
All right, so we had mentioned a couple of things. Are there any topics that you want to like drop on me? Let's see if I have any knowledge on it.
And then we gotta get with Smoke, because Smoke wants to collab with him. Drop some.
Let's honestly let's get into that Ninth Legion, because I do know we never finished touching up on that. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, that's because Smoke brought it up.
Smoke is
Yeah.
gonna want to talk about
Yeah.
that. That's facts. Is there anything else?
Is that all the information they gave you guys on the pyramids?
So far, like they're like
So that dude from
Like dropping
Antiquities
it, yeah.
actually came back
Gotcha.
and was like, "Meh,"
did he
like,
retract it?
He was trying to like cut people out, but now it's like known.
It's already out there.
So like he's still trying to like keep people like
Hush, hush.
yeah, because I mean if you think about it, like if you think about Egypt, like the amount of dust and dirt
Mm-hmm.
that like is all over like the Sahara and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't make sense. So it should be trees. It should be like the what was the garden?
Garden of Eden.
No, there was another one.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That should have been in the same spot, but I think that it.
What's it called?
It was somebody's garden.
It was near like Babylonian, right? Like near the
Yeah, the
Hanging Gardens.
Yeah, the Hanging
The
Gardens.
Hanging Gardens of
yeah.
Babylon. Yep. The Hanging Gardens. Yes. Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Smoke says, "Let me know a date and I'm down." And then Snot says, "Where's he taking you, Smoke? Applebee's."
There it is.
Oh man, she wild. Oh,
Yes,
they
the
depict that
hanging-
with Lord of the Rings, the elves.
Yeah. Mesopotamia, the first civilization, the first great civilization.
Didn't it fall too, or was that the other one?
All right, so I knew about the Ninth Legion, and I had forgotten like how like what had happened, but they got wiped from history because they got destroyed
By Caesar, or just by something else, another force.
I mean, it could have been anything.
Through
Gotcha.
time, theft,
Yeah.
destruction, war,
Gotcha. Okay.
things like that. Things of that nature.
Well, I mean, they were Roman, so I mean, it could have been somebody that turned on Caesar or
Gotcha.
something, but
I feel that.
or it's when like Caesar got turned on, like stab.
Oh, by the 27 people that just walked up to him, and
Yeah, Brutus and
that's wild. So he was so bad. They're like, nah, man, we ain't following the king like this anymore.
no, like he was. I mean, he was a total dickbag.
Gotcha.
But he was good to his
Kids, family.
not to his country.
Gotcha.
He was just not good to other countries.
Ah, gotcha.
So like invading and destroying and erasing.
So even though he preserved his people's history, culture, and all that stuff like that, they still saw it as bad. So they decided to take him out.
I don't think that that's the total reason
Gotcha.
that he got taken
It was
out.
other factors.
So Marcus Antony and Brutus came up with a plot to like kill him because they wanted to change the power into different hands.
Gotcha.
So it's probably more of maybe a financial thing or a hierarchy standard.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Ooh. If there's one thing I want to touch up on, Tartaria.
Oh yeah, Tartarians.
So I have a question. Like, where in the timeline of these great civilizations does this fall into? Because, like, I'm looking at it and some of it looks almost post, like, ancient Greece, but, like, like, in that weird age of, like,
I want to say that maybe the Annunaki were the Tartarians.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they were everywhere.
like a high civilization, like a high technological civilization.
Yeah, like what's
Because I'm looking at it in terms of, like,
what's the civilization that disappeared? Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Yeah,
Yes, Atlantis. Hmm.
Probably underwater breathers.
Well,
Probably.
because what? It's in what? Around what? Modern day Russia, right? That would be modern day Russia, North America. Kind of like that entire ring, around that northern ring of the globe.
Well, I mean, who knows? Like, if it was still Pangea in all the countries.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, that's what I'm saying, bro.
There could have been a spot, like, right in the middle of, like, where South America and Africa would connect. And then you had, like, Canada. And maybe there was a...
Because you don't think the sinking of Atlantis is what washed away all of
You think that was during the
Africa?
12,000 year?
Well, I mean...
flood?
like Africa and all that?
Like, how many different civilizations have they found underwater?
Right.
Yeah.
That's facts.
That's true.
That's
So-
crazy word.
That's true.
I
That's
mean,
crazy word.
Well, I mean, tectonic plates move the...
They move,
Mhm.
they shift, subduct.
But, I mean,
yeah.
again, like, if you're blowing shit up, it's probably going to move a little bit faster. So
That's true. So do you think, like, history, like, over time...
is going to make Jeff yawn
Listen here,
more.
listen
Oh,
here.
did Jeff?
Listen here.
Do you want us to wrap it up for you?
No.
Huh?
Listen here.
Here, you need a drink?
I closed last night. I got home at 1, and then I had to wake up early, help a friend move. Then we went for sushi. So This
It's
is
like, excuse me.
I'm an old man. I need
right,
I need my naps.
You're an old man.
This man.
Are you kidding me?
Look at this. Stepping in
oh my God.
What you talking about, bro?
I'm totally jealous of the Blackbeard. Like, whatever. Like,
That works very well. I like that. I'm trying.
what, the white
Yeah,
beard?
I'm trying
pepper.
to work with that salt and pepper, man.
Oh, you want me to get you a touch of gray?
No,
Where it's
I
about-
can't wait for that, bro. I'm gonna fucking artificially do that
Hell
shit.
yeah,
What the
it's gonna be perfectly right in the front, bro. Right there. Everything
No,
else
I
looks
can't
it's
wait for
coming
that
in
shit.
everywhere.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's coming in everywhere.
Nah, but
Yeah, because I'm looking at things like this. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
So, look at how tall she is.
right. And it does the same thing. It's the same thing where it's someone handing her knowledge or light.
But like
or-
you said, it's even though if it's different cultures, it's all depicted.
it's
the same.
all depicted
Like
the
there's
same.
giants in every single culture. They
Dang.
just changed the name of them.
If you solely
Yeah,
believe
it's,
it,
it's
right.
based on who wrote the history.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy work. If you really think that, like, here's what blows my, because it's all about perspective, right? Like, conceptualizing like periods of time.
I'm not perceiving anything. I'm just
like think about it. How could you trust history that's been fed to you? That was manufactured.
They'll feed what they want you to hear.
No. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
The education system of this country, we can say the latest. We could say the day the country was founded.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the education was manufactured to be fed to you. You see what I'm saying? So you're telling me all this entire billions of years of history, all this history, you're telling me you're 100% confident that you go out into reality and everything they've taught you is 100%.
No.
Well, you definitely didn't learn how to do your taxes, how to do laundry, or how to cook.
Spooky shit.
It's cool.
Spooky shit, dog.
But
Spooky shit, man.
it's not spooky. It's lame.
It's spooky because you could track this shit. You see what I'm saying? And it's not like, because we can say it's lame, but like if nothing's being done, we're just gonna be in a sea of ignorance.
Okay, so
You see what I'm saying?
Google how old Google says the pyramids are.
Spooky shit.
It's like 3,000 years.
Smoke says, "What's your opinion on Flight 19?"
Is that
The one that disappeared.
Yeah, the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, and like
4,500?
and it came and like it showed up like not that long ago.
Did anybody age from that?
So they all just
Disappeared,
and then landed like
and then they
50
say,
years later or
and then
something
they
like
say
that.
nothing. Are they all dead?
No,
They said nothing happened.
they were just like,
Oh, they came back? Was it Flight 19?
yeah, they were like, what the hell happened here, man?
Did they age?
No,
It's like they went to like a time paradox type thing.
yeah.
What does it say?
I have to lose. Okay.
Flight 19 was the destination of a group of 5 General Motors TBF Avenger torpedo bombers that disappeared. Oh, okay, so this is a different one.
Oh, okay.
Like I was thinking of, there was that's it. There was a different flight that was like headed towards Singapore.
That one.
That was a
disappeared.
commercial flight that disappeared, and then it was like 20, 30 years later it showed up, and everybody was like, meh.
We were only gone for an hour or two.
Yeah, we were on a flight.
Fucking time, bro. The way time works.
So that is a totally different thing. So so you have the Bermuda Triangle, and then there's also a triangle in Japan.
I'll do the. What was it?
It's like the
Pacific
dragon.
Oh, the something dragon, right?
Yeah.
Japan. I'll just do Japan. The Devil Sea or something. There we go. Devil Sea.
So I think that like they're
Oh, the Dragon's Triangle. There we go.
Yeah.
This one.
So it's similar to the Bermuda. So they
Yeah.
all disappeared on that flight.
the whole thing just
Gotcha.
they all
Like they didn't. So okay, when did this happen? What year was this?
Well, that was in the 40s. So
1940s.
So it was all like World War II bombers.
Because here's where my disconnect happens, right? Because it's like you have a lot of these unknowns with ancient civilizations, ancient technology, current technology, future technology, and then of course the timeline. And then you have accounts of
crazy shit
from the ocean, mostly from the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've explored more space than
the ocean
than we have.
We're going to do 2% of the ocean.
Why don't they? I don't know. Okay, let me not ask that question.
Yeah, it's just going to jump into
It's a
another
redundant question.
Well, I mean, you got to take in.
You got to ask the question.
That like the pressure in the ocean is more, but like, who's in charge of like sending people down there? Like, who's making the budget to send people
to explore that?
Yeah, and
who's behind all that?
And if like, since now it's coming out, like aliens are coming out of the oceans and stuff like that all the time. There's probably a reason why we don't. Like the Mariana Trench, like
that's spooky shit.
Well, I mean, we got no idea how deep it even is.
Yeah,
but like,
do you think that was the gash that was cut in the earth to drain the water out of Africa? Like they just, like when you just cut a balloon or something, just the water just.
No, I think it was massive explosions that happened in North Africa.
Damn, that's a crazy word.
Smoke says there's a triangle in the Great Lakes as well, and he also says lots of ships go
missing there too.
Yeah. Oh, in the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lake Superior is like another one of the deepest like areas of water.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that thing goes deep, but it's not like the Mariana Trench, but it's close to it.
Okay, I gotcha.
And if you've ever been, like, the water is like crystal clear too.
So you can see the bottom.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard like those lakes are so big, like they have their own like tides and currents and.
Well, I mean that's all still based on the moon too. So like
makes sense.
Tides and gravity.
Right.
A lot of that is based on the moon.
But like they even have like storms, not like to the level of hurricanes, but like they actually generate storms.
Oh, that's
over
cool.
those, the lakes. Like that's how massive those lakes are.
Well, I mean, any sort of body of water, you're gonna have tornadoes and
water spouts. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I don't know if you guys have ever been up north and like been around tornadoes.
Well, hurricanes give us these little baby water spouts.
He's from Kentucky, Joe. He's talking.
They be having them god thumbs, boy.
I've
pointer finger straight, just like he just dragging his finger through the sand, boy.
I've lived in a lot of places,
that's
but like I am from
the heartland.
Like when I moved to Hawaii, I have never been in a hurricane before.
Oh.
So I got there and 5 hurricanes hit Hawaii.
Oh, y'all was
you were freaking out more than anybody else out there.
I wasn't freaking out.
Oh, okay. Because you're used to tornadoes.
Fuck.
Yeah. No,
it's just another tornado.
No, I'm not scared of weather. I mean, if weather.
That's just what it is.
If weather takes you out, it takes you out.
Dang, that's tough. Really?
You can't control it.
You don't be trying to like prepare or survive or nothing. You just.
Okay,
He's
sorry.
like, if it's my time,
I'll just fucking.
It's my time.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry, but like I am white and I can swim.
Got his ass. Yeah.
Listen here.
Got his ass.
What? You're a good swimmer, Jeff?
It's nah. I do wild splashing, but I can still stay afloat. You know.
All you gotta do is hold your breath.
No, that doesn't work. I'll sink, bro. I'll sink.
That's not how air works.
Oh, he's just more dense. He's just a very dense.
I'll sink.
Yeah. He's just very dense.
He's in the water like, I'm being a dick, bro.
Skyler. Absolutely.
And I'm like, no, Harold.
That's wild.
That's real. That's real, man.
That's wild.
Oh, did you ever tell your brother my terrible joke?
No.
So, what's a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
No, you jackass, it's the C. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, and now you get to use the joke, too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's the C. I like that. That's good.
That's crazy work. Okay, so last final thought.
Okay.
What's next for humanity, man? What happens next? Where do you think we go from here? Accelerationism,
Based off
AI. We're already,
I think we should start uncovering the secrets of.
Honestly,
Of the world.
I think
What are you ready for?
what I think is actually going to happen is going to be we're going to have to go back to the Second Amendment and fight tyranny.
Ooh.
So I'm not really a huge gun guy or anything like that. But like I do feel like we're losing track on education.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
We're losing.
High school graduates is 8th grade reading education,
Everything.
and high school is and college is 10th.
Literacy rates.
Oh, it's way
It's
worse
abysmal.
than that.
It's abysmal, right? Well, as of right now, that's
Right.
what the stats are reading.
Birth rates dropping. Divorces are going up.
Yeah.
But like
Spooky shit.
I'm not one
The Great
to,
Reset.
I'm not one to just blame the president.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I don't think that that's fair because there's not term limits and you don't have like
Right.
like
Plus,
there-
it didn't just
He
start.
doesn't have sweeping powers.
Yeah, it didn't start right then. As soon
Yeah,
as he
it
went.
wasn't
Yeah, it's
just
a slow
the moment
build.
he got
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
well, no,
absolutely.
not even him. I'm just saying, like,
In general.
I think that the slow build is because people in Congress have been there for so long.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Like,
Of course.
And
So it's the same
The ancients.
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
the mentality's not changing because they're making money off of lobbyists and they're
Right.
like yada yada
Right.
yada.
Yeah.
So the Senate is doing the same stuff.
Right.
And like, so Congress is supposed to vote on the Senate, Senate's supposed to vote on Congress, but they're not doing that.
They're
so
not doing
it's going to get
fucking
to
anything
a
else.
point to
Right.
where
All they're doing is collecting your check and not doing shit.
so I don't feel like it's too far off before like some random martial law
Just pops off.
goes off,
I feel
and
that.
then it's going to
It's going that way.
and then it's going to have to be like
I feel it.
but like
feel
I'm not a fighter. I would prefer to love
I use my
everything.
brain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, so where do I think civilization is going? I want to say probably space.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Planet's too small. It's too many people.
That's not. Well, I don't know because like.
And the people who want to leave, which are the elite, they want to leave so bad.
no, well, but then they're the ones that are buying up all the property and
Yeah,
like,
so it's like
Right.
why
So
buy
they
the
will
property?
turn us
Yeah.
into a farm, and we will be the chat.
Elysium.
I could have
I know
told you
this is
that.
going.
What?
yeah.
I know what's happening.
So,
Absolutely.
I
Come
mean-
on, man. Space tourism, commerce,
Yeah.
mining asteroids, all that.
Yeah, just send them out of here.
Send them out of here. They own you will own nothing, and you will be happy, right? Because we will own you.
The Great Reset.
We will own the planet Earth.
Well, Jeff and I will be fine because they still need people to work the grocery stores.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Pay us less. Cuck wage cucking.
Like, I mean, I know how to cook. Okay,
Yeah.
let's say that.
Shit.
I can paint. So
I know how to sleep.
just keep here. I can do plumbing.
I know how to sleep.
No, that's real, man. That's fucking real.
I live to eat.
But I mean, I think it's gonna have to get to a point to where we all really need to respect each other in every aspect of life.
Right.
Because none of us are getting out of your lives. So
No,
Yeah, for sure.
like,
Absolutely not.
we all need to like. We all just need to be here together.
You ever heard of the rubber band effect? No matter how far you stretch a rubber band, it'll go right back
Always
to
comes
hell.
back. The
Is
pendulum.
that
It's
why
the
you
pendulum.
shot a rubber band at my pee the other day?
Whoa, hey, yo,
You specifically aimed.
hey, yo,
He set the scope, zoomed in to 10x.
Oh, he was just like straight up.
That's crazy.
No,
Aim for the balls.
he did a slick move where he like shot a rubber band around his wrist.
Oh man, that's
You guys are
crazy
wild. I didn't
word.
know any of that.
That's crazy
What?
word.
Allegedly.
Man. That's crazy
Stop
word.
using.
This is all allegedly.
We gotta look out for you.
We got.
I don't condone violence, guys.
We gotta look out for you.
I don't condone violence.
You do condone.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You do condone racism. That-
No, What? What are you talking about?
Oh man, got your ass, bro.
What are you talking about?
Got your ass.
What are you talking about? Y'all
Nah,
niggas
but
tripping.
yeah, man. Like,
How are you? How are you hitting those notes? What you talking about?
What you talking about? You tripping. What you talking about? You gotta squeeze it to go high and
Yeah,
then
you
drop
gotta-
it to go low.
Oh, you
it's in the.
you guys totally match that. You guys are a pair of Jeffs.
Copy paste.
You're a towel.
Copy paste. Man, it's crazy
Copy
shit.
it. He just has more hair.
Sometimes we be harmonizing on the same fucking. I'm like, dog, we the
shit.
same person. It's some spooky
we
shit.
sound the same on the
We
phone
open
too.
a portal or some shit.
Yeah.
Like once we harmonize, once the
Vibration.
vocals- yep. Once the vibrations line up,
Vibration.
Oh my God! Thank God that you're not at Publix too, because then like he's singing constantly, and
Oh,
if
bruh.
you just walk down the aisle
When
and
I
started
was at
singing,
Publix-
I'd be like, oh, I'd have to like figure it out. Like,
when I was at Publix, every customer knew what time it was. Jeff, to the seafood department, please. Jeff, to the seafood department.
Shit.
Like 5-10 times a day, bro.
They're flaming.
I'm
5-10 times
I'm
a
just
day, bro.
standing there, and Jeff is like, "Why is every customer asking you where shit is?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
I guess I'm invisible even though the lights are on. So.
No, it's because you're not smiling. They can't even
Yeah,
see you.
you got cheese.
Yes,
You got a cheese. You got a cheese. It's inviting.
I think that racism is so funny because I think it's so stupid. Like, there's no reason. I mean, everybody
Sucks, but it ultimately it works its way though. Yeah, unfortunately.
No, I feel like it's an idea, and it's people are fed into it, and I think that like that's lame.
Like how? Like give me.
Well, how do you keep people separated?
Yeah, how do you keep people right?
Why would anybody
That's the
need
point.
to be separated?
But
right,
that's the point, though.
But that's
That's the point.
Well,
Classism.
but that's one of the reasons why you say that you're racist.
Yeah, I joke about it too because I know it's like why people get offended easily when I say when other people say certain things, and I get it. There's always hidden meaning behind the message of everything, and that's never gonna go away. But it's like getting upset about it. Is it gonna change it?
It's
either?
fucking lame.
Yeah, but not having the conversation is not gonna change.
So like
What it is.
I like to mention it because I don't care. Like I think that we're all from Mesopotamia, right?
Yeah.
So my pigmentation changed.
Due to your geography.
Yeah.
Migration.
So, but
shit
like
that.
we're all from
Your
the
diet.
same spot.
And I think a lot of people don't realize is that there's slaves of every type of race. It wasn't just.
Oh, yeah.
But you're only taught what they tell you. You get what I'm
Because that
saying?
was the most recent.
I know,
form.
but
That was the
like-
recent form. Yeah.
That was the most recent form.
Yeah. So
I mean, not necessarily.
Like on a intercontinental scale, like in terms of.
Well, I mean, you had Asians too. That,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And building railroads. So like,
That's true.
the history is history.
Mm-hmm.
We aren't the ones that wrote it.
yeah.
We can only write or forge what's ahead.
Exactly.
Right.
So being upset about the past, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't like for you to be mad at me for how I look is just stupid. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Like if I saw you at the store, I'd be like, dude, your hair looks great. Jeff, I'm like, dude, your hair,
My scalp.
your scalp is shiny.
Okay, so all right, let me challenge you a little bit, right?
Okay.
So like, do you? So I could say I don't hate you because of the skin, right? But there are some things that I can relate to people of my skin, even if we don't come from, I feel like it has to be layered. We can't just look at it as.
No, that's lame as shit. That's stupid.
No,
because internally we're all the same color.
of course.
So if you judge people on their actions, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But blaming somebody from their parents having sex, that's not even fair. That's not even, that's what? Like, that makes no sense. So you can't control who your parents are, but you can control your attitude and your personality,
Your actions
towards people.
On the individual.
Yeah.
On the individual, right.
Well, I
right.
mean,
I don't think I
think when you bring people into masses, that's
right,
when you
that's
start
where you
to
have
lose.
think, right.
That's when you start to lose individuality.
Right. And then
So-
that's where shit like that permeates. It spreads.
Which is lame because it's one person that's like, oh, this is the decision I made for the entire group. When the entire group needs to be an individual.
Class.
And-
Like, I feel like with that, you have to address. So, like, if we say racism doesn't exist, we have to say in the same breath class.
Stupid people exist.
Classism.
Right, because those are intertwined. Because even those with class find, what's the word? Company.
So you want to say people
Right.
with tiny penises follow?
Right, there's probably a Reddit thread for it or something.
Yeah. So
Micropene group. or
Yeah,
some shit.
exactly. Like, that's the group. If that's the group you're going for,
That's not the group we're going for.
no, I get it.
Right.
But like, I mean, if start to consider the fact that those people that have no respect are of the micropene
Right.
class.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be a race to be a micropene.
But if I have that, I can.
You can still have that and have a micropene.
But I can control the perception of micropene. I can control the narrative of micropene.
That's
I have
basically
enough resources to say, hey, I'll give you 50,000 to boost micropenes. To make commercials for make me a micropene jingle.
Why we?
This crazy work. This is a crazy ass topic.
Can we change the?
I feel like he's just like
he
just offered me $50,000 to sell micropenes,
bro. Please fucking say.
We are not sponsored.
Sponsored by
Do you have a micropene?
Sponsored by Two Jeffs.
Gillette even gets the corners for micropenes.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
Now I'm gonna call my company Two Jeffs.
No, that's crazy work.
You did it.
Yeah,
That's
that
crazy
was
work.
all you.
Right, and I'm just watching everyone's
That's
face.
your-
and it's like it's dawning
that's
on me.
your brother.
There's no fucking
Bro.
way. There's no y'all gonna let me die on this hill.
Yes, by yourself. What?
Yeah, I know. Like,
Oh, that's crazy work.
it's not like your tripod's gonna hold you up.
That's the battle I chose to
Do
fucking
you have a
pick.
problem?
I know,
Do
like,
you have a problem with micropenes?
Yeah.
Well, Manscaped, it can get those corners.
Right. But
What?
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You really got in there, didn't you?
no, that's crazy. He could go. He could go further. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Like, of course, I would love to. You know what I'm saying?
To have a not micropene.
They're not. That's tough.
Oh, you.
I am now the triple T poster child.
You started
tough.
this.
It's like
Oh my
you guys
God.
got a lot to say about micros.
That's so funny. The reason why I have dreads is because
I am compensated. No, I'm tripping. Let me stop.
my.
Oh my god! All right, go ahead. Yeah,
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause 1-800
two Jeffs. No Smoke said 1-800 two Jeffs.
When I pee, sometimes it hits my chin.
Sometimes.
Oh man,
No,
that's wild.
no, that's crazy work.
Yeah, that's the.
No, that's crazy work.
The tale of two Jeffs.
That's crazy work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love, like, honestly, I would love to be mad optimistic and be like, individually, yes. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. But like collectively, that's where the class comes in, and then of course that influence where I can just influence it. It's the same reason why Snow White failed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Regardless of what the general population was saying,
Okay,
we
so-
don't want this fucking movie.
Yeah.
I went to my first drive-in
He fell asleep.
on Saturday, and it was Snow White, and then
He was bored.
You feel me?
Go ahead, continue.
well, no, the story it doesn't align. The story itself, I don't give a shit who was acting or I don't care.
Who was the person behind the character? You don't care who the person was
it
behind
was
the
the
character.
story was rewritten.
Yeah, I
Now,
got you.
one
So it
thing
makes no
that
sense.
I wish that really happened is they actually made the Brothers Grimm's
Version.
stories
But
real.
here's what I'm gonna say. Who asked for that movie?
Probably some white people.
Okay, and they have the funds. They have the funds.
Okay, well,
We can. I won't say racism outright. It's not like that whole let's drive out to the street, go get a
okay. So
type shit.
let me ask this question.
It's more
then.
perverse.
Well, then let's say it's redone, and it's a white chick.
Mhm.
Her name is goddamn Snow White.
Mhm.
Are you gonna go see it?
Am I gonna go see it?
Yeah,
In terms of,
because it's a white chick.
No, I don't think about that.
I don't think about that.
It's just a story.
Just a story,
It is just a story.
That's what I'm
Who
saying.
gives a shit what
right?
nationality
Right.
like the character
Yeah,
is?
yeah. I don't
Who
care.
cares?
I don't care what she
Just
is.
give me a good actor and a good story.
Right.
That's
But
it.
individually, but groupthink and the way it's being promoted to the group is this is what it represents.
Well, I'm sorry, but representation on a group idea is lame as fuck.
You feel me?
You can make your own ideas
Right.
and decisions, and so can you. And you guys are probably have different ideas about different things.
Right.
Yeah.
So why does it have to be a group mentality? Why can't everybody just be individuals and make their
Facts.
own
Facts.
like?
I feel
Like original
Dots.
story. Yeah.
Right.
But that's what we always say. Instead of copying what was already created, create your own story. Create a new princess. Create a new whatever you wanted to do.
be
So it was a different story. It was
Yeah.
like written like
yeah, the original Grimm stories.
oh, we're super dark.
Oh, yeah, for
and
sure.
I would love
Mm-hmm.
for those to be
Turn
produced.
into movies, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like what was it? Hansel and Gretel.
Well, that was more
Oh,
like
yeah.
action. Like we would want like a like a sinister.
But it was gritty
thriller.
though. It was gritty though.
I feel that.
No, like they were all gritty. Like so in Cinderella, one of the in the original story, one of the daughters cuts off like two of her toes to fit into the slipper.
The slipper, yeah.
Yeah, and that would be great. I want those to be made into horror movies.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Like I want those
The
to
Brothers
be,
Grimm.
I want them to be like how they were written, and
I
not
feel.
like some Disney bullshit. Like I'm just not a fan of Disney.
Spooky shit, dude. Disney is on some weird timing right now.
What right now? They
That like
They-
since
they-
the inception.
yeah. I mean,
Do you believe the Disney head under the thing? It's frozen somewhere.
Are you talking about that Futurama?
Well, that. Do you
Oh,
think that's where that
his-
spawned from?
Walt Disney.
Is that where that spawned
Walt
from?
Disney's still
his
alive.
head?
Yeah.
Well, so that's funny because the guy that wrote Futurama is Matt Groening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's totally fucking time traveler.
Right. The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yup.
So, I mean,
yup.
Do you think that like Futurama is actually?
Futurama's crazy. Wow.
It is Marilyn Monroe.
Dude, the world ended in the year 2000.
Yeah.
Literally, in 1999.
Yep.
Like, you went to sleep and then...
So you think we're in a simulation?
I mean, who
Who the
knows?
fuck knows?
Knows, yeah.
Who the fuck? Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Okay, so you had touched this subject earlier, and so souls, right? Like each person has a soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's more people on the planet now than ever before. So do you think that some of the souls on this planet come from a different...
Ooh.
It could be like a different...
reality.
A reality or a different, like, universe.
That's what I be saying. Like, I don't feel like we ever... Like, you ever... Like, okay. You ever heard of, what was it? Something immortality? Like, almost like quantum immortality?
Yeah.
Where it's like, you don't really die.
You
You just... To the reality where you didn't
on.
die.
Oh yeah. There's a show on it too.
Yeah.
AOE.
Yeah. It was kind of like when that rock came to my windshield.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm looking at my windshield. I'm like, I'm supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Like the size of that hole was like near my driver's side.
So the theory is there's like
you were driving by and it was like black people.
Racist ass rock specifically jumped up, bro.
I see him.
He's like, I'll make sure I dunk on your ass. You'll understand
I'm
that.
so jealous of your hair.
Yeah. So I guess the theory is that there's millions of versions of you, and you guys are doing the same exact thing at the same exact time. So there's a version of him where the rock did hit his window 2 years ago and he died, but it just took that soul and it transferred it to this one, and he's just continuing
Like
to live in his
like
life.
you had died in a different thing, and it
Yeah.
brought
So
you-
all the rocks hit his window at the same time, but one version of him died and the other one version of him didn't.
It's the whole like the Schrodinger.
The Schrodingers. Yeah, the Schrodinger theory. So basically, if that version of him died, the soul just so it's like Jet Li the one.
Still,
Because if
still fuck cats.
You know what you know what I'm talking about?
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But you know what I'm talking about. Jet Li's the one.
Yeah.
Where he had multiple, and every time he unalived one of them, a piece of the soul just came back to the original.
Yeah.
That's basically what
until
we're
you reach reincarnation.
reincarnation.
So,
Right.
but then it's infinite realities.
of course,
Yes.
it never ends.
So you live the full life through quantum immortality, the Schrodinger, and then until you make it to the end of the life, then reincarnation.
Yeah.
So like, is that why you think? What is that one? Where shit that we thought that we knew, but it disappeared.
Oh, I actually was gonna bring that up. The red dress, blue dress. I mean the gold dress, blue dress.
No, I'm talking about. So, like I remember back in the day that
You know what it is?
I know what you're talking about, but
Shazam.
yeah,
Kazam.
yeah. I was actually
what's
Shazam is actually exactly the exact movie I was going to
movie,
bring
yeah,
up.
Mandela
the
effect.
Mandela effect.
We did an
Yeah.
entire episode on that.
But like in my mind, I feel like the gold dress, blue dress, was it happening in real time?
But-
It was just happening on a more collective, observable, massive scale because we had social media involved.
But I feel like it happened at a specific time. Like everybody just randomly forgot.
This portion of reality,
Oh yeah,
Smoke got a question.
Everybody did.
right? That's what I'm saying. But it's like explain.
What's the question?
He says, "Well, let me counter question you right quick. Do y'all believe that we've all met in previous lives? Like every time we get reincarnated, we all meet each other at some point."
I think it depends on wavelengths. On
Right.
Like,
Gotcha.
Vibration.
Yeah, like
for sure.
I feel like in life
But I think
things bring people together.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Like you said, they'll pass by me, but then it'll go straight to you because you guys are like.
But I think through
Yeah.
every reincarnation, you achieve higher wavelengths, depending on.
But like I don't think that race like plays a card in it.
No, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
not.
for
No,
sure.
no,
You
no,
you
no,
gotta
no,
get
no,
somebody
no.
different.
I feel like
Neil deGrasse Tyson had that theory.
Uh-huh.
like
He's-
personal like
Yeah, being like exist, like you're.
like you can walk by somebody and just be like especially being a guy, it's totally different for girls because girls hate each other, but like
You what?
but like guys can just walk past each other and make eye
right.
contact
And be like,
and
"What's
you're
up?" And then
like
we get it.
we've known each other forever.
Right, real
Yeah.
shit, real
Yeah,
shit, real
like-
shit.
Snot says, "I like to believe there's a me out there somewhere that didn't meet you. She's probably at peace.
Who beat me?
I don't know.
That's spooky
She
shit.
was probably talking about all of us.
Am I giving you existential shit? Is this fucking?
We gotta
with your
stop.
brain?
We gotta stop going overboard with her. Yeah, bro. She's like, what the fuck? Are
I
you
think about this shit every day
fuck?
while I eat my bowl of cereal.
So like, it's so funny though. Like, all of these thoughts, like, they go through our head all the time.
Some people,
every day.
That's the problem.
Some
Everybody
people-
can literally go throughout life without thinking about this at.
That's why I say vibrations.
So
Vibrations.
when you said some,
Yeah.
those are the people that are controlled by the stupid shit.
By the dumb shit, right?
Yeah,
Because it tapped into that frequency.
Yeah.
They don't have a frequency. They're just.
They're shells.
Mhm.
We just listen.
They're
Like
hollow.
you know how they show you some videos of those people where somebody's messing with a NPC
Mhm.
and they're like, stop doing that,
Right.
because they just walk and they keep doing the same
they just
shit.
do the thing.
Do the same shit, turn around, go to work, go home. It's like perfect example is the Legos movie where he woke up every day, everything is
awesome.
everything is awesome, and he's like, man,
Or like,
not Guy with
Guy,
from,
with
Ryan Reynolds,
Right.
yeah. So Chris Pratt, everything's awesome, and Guy, he's like, man, there's more to this. So they just break out of it, and then everybody else is like stuck in that. That's what it is. Spooky.
Do you guys have a time in your life that you were finally just like, I'm breaking out?
Of course.
It's the moment of birth. I rejected everything. They separated me from all the kids.
I know. I've been trying to be your friend, and like, jeez.
Reject. Complete moment of birth. Moment of birth. What?
I would say for me, I was late. It was at 21. For me, it was at 21.
I think it was like the 87th time I got called a fag.
Oh, whoa,
Damn.
hold on.
Well, I moved around.
Allegedly.
I moved around a lot, so I was.
can't say that.
I was the new kid. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
Well, I'm using it because that's what I was.
Right, that's what-
That's what I
for
was
sure.
called. I'm not using it as like
As in calling
As an
Toward-
accusatory.
towards
right.
somebody.
Yeah.
But I moved around a lot, and it was like right when that word came out. So,
Okay.
so like,
Yeah, I did used to hear a lot in middle school.
Yeah, growing up, I heard the tail end of that. Like as a 4 or 5 years old, like
Yeah.
the kids on the playground calling me that
Yeah.
type because I didn't want to jump off the swing.
well, I mean,
or
I got called it 3 days ago.
what?
It doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. I don't. I've.
But you know who you are, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what anybody else says about you. That's how I always look. I'll never let anything anybody says bother me.
If I literally, I've lived with me my whole life. Who
Yeah.
the fuck can say that?
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why like Jeff 1 and I get along so well is because it.
Because I'm sus.
I'm dead. You guys would make like a good buddy cop fucking
Shit.
thing. Like it just, you wouldn't expect the parents like fucking Jackie Chan.
The other guy,
Oh.
the other
Yeah.
guy with
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg,
Mark Wahlberg and,
other guys.
The other guys, yes, fuck yes,
The other
dude.
guys. Yeah, that's a
yeah,
good movie.
you could totally be the tough cop.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
this
just kidding.
shit
I'll
would be
just be,
hilarious.
I'll just be running around like,
And then you meet.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
Yeah, and then you meet his fine ass wife, and you're like, golly.
Oh, what was his pimp name?
Oh man, I can't remember.
What was his pimp name? We'll come back to that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
But go ahead.
But yeah, so your brother and I at work, it's so funny because Jeff's just like, I hate black people. And I'm like,
I'm dead.
and I'm
Allegedly.
and I'm just like, I
said
love
allegedly.
them. Like, what are you talking about?
That's that self-hate. It's crazy word. It's crazy word.
No, I mean,
Jeff got that revitiligo.
no. So
He just keep getting
I'm Uncle Ruckus.
No,
I just
so,
keep getting darker
like,
and darker.
Chris Rock's joke about that is hysterical. Where he's like, he asked the question to the audience, and he was like, who's the most racist? And he was like, is it the white people? Is it the Mexicans? And he's like, no, it's me.
It's me.
Because like we even hate black people. And I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have probably mentioned that on a fucking podcast. But
I think I think the issue. I think honestly the issue is a lot of people of their own kind will pretend to defend their own race, but then when it comes to it, they're the ones that are hating on their own race. But they just won't admit it in public. You get what I'm saying?
I can totally tell you that like white chicks are the worst.
Damn.
I mean, my girl is great, but like when you got a girl with 17 pounds of makeup on, and I'm like, and they're walking around and like clearly searching for something, and you're like, can I help you find something? And they're like, ow. And I'm like, what do you
what?
Even, like, I'm just trying to help you find a fucking donut or something. Like, what do you even mean? I'm not even flirting with you. Just figure out life.
Yo, that's crazy work. Damn.
What, like, that's never happened to you? To where you say hi to a random person and they just, like,
no,
drop mass?
No, I have. No, I'm not even going to lie. There was a period of time in my ugly duckling years where I was just the object of disgust.
So when
just existing in the space was
are you still working on getting rid of that?
Oh no, yeah. I mean, what you mean? This the final? We ain't in our final form yet. What the fuck? Oh, you trying to play?
Bro, that's hysterical.
You feel me? So, but nah, that's crazy work. Like, I'm literally in uniform. This is my fucking job. Like, damn.
Oh, are you hiring?
Bro said, ew, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, okay, all right. So that's your final thoughts, sir?
Final thoughts.
Okay, so he's new, so we gotta ask him the question. What would you like to let people know in this world moving forward about anything, advice, things that they can do better, just anything that you think, or some words of wisdom?
None of us are getting out of here alive,
of course,
so we all have to work together. I mean,
that's facts. At the end of the day, the day has got to end.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even have to be the end of the day. It's just like, know that like when you see somebody, it doesn't hurt to smile.
Yeah, it's more energy to be angry and upset and depressed and sad than it is to be.
Wait, what's the thing? It takes more muscles to frown.
Yep.
Yeah,
takes more muscles to frown.
That's crazy. But we.
You're frowning right now. You're working all this face
muscles. That's what I'm saying, though. We unconsciously frown.
Yeah.
No, what? I don't.
Okay. When
I smile constantly.
Okay, so if something's confusing to you, you don't.
No, I either figure it out or I'll be.
You don't
like,
make a face. You don't emote. You don't. You just stone face.
No,
you just Stonehenge that bitch.
Actually, when I
Easter Island motherfucker.
No, when I get confused about something, it actually kind of excites me because it's like a new learning.
Opportunity to learn.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. He said the thing. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like they're like, why not learn every day?
That's what I'm saying. How do you not want to not know? How do you just okay with not knowing shit?
You
just wake up stupid as fuck and you're okay. That's spooky. That shit would hurt me.
You mentioned.
She gives me heartburn.
You mentioned the shell.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the shell.
Damn.
Yeah, no. Fill up that shell with knowledge. Get to know who you are, what reality you.
How does the shell even start? Like, how do you?
By waking up.
Has to
get out the line?
Do I gotta play music? Do I gotta
everything
feed
is awesome.
it a fucking Pez or something?
Everything is awesome.
Wait, hold on a second. Do you like music?
Oh, I love just kidding. Bro, what? I see music. I eat music. I shit music.
No, like
Bro,
I've got a funny story about that, and I'll tell it when we get off.
Snow said, "What if it actually did hurt to smile? Like you smile too much and the muscles, because you never smiled.
Now you jokered up.
You got to exercise your smiling muscles. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, you should see the lines on the side of my eyes from smiling.
Yeah.
They're not from frowning.
Yeah,
low key, it helps your muscle and your jaw structure.
Plus, you live longer when you laugh.
Yeah, your dog's all about me now.
Yeah, he knows when it's about time to go.
He can feel it. He just knows.
Yeah, for some reason, every single
it's
time.
the energy.
Yeah,
it's the vibrations.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's awesome, man. So We only get one life.
Yes, sir.
I don't believe that.
Well, I'm saying
We get one go
in this meat pewter. Yes. After that,
Yeah, the
whatever
meat
comes
pewter.
in.
I don't know what other
you might
reality
you might be Asian in the next reality, black. You never know.
Whoa, too soon there, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know, watch you be born during
I'm gonna come back like calculus is easy.
I just turned 23.
Crazy word. Nah, they drop your ass off during the fucking conquest of Genghis Khan.
Yep. Oh, he was also a giant too.
Yes,
Genghis
that
Khan
motherfucker was.
a giant.
Yep. Genghis Khan.
So look,
that man was like 8 feet.
Google that. The percentage of people that have Genghis
Khan DNA.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that shit bleeds into like
it's
everybody.
Eastern Europe, bro.
Whoa,
including you
and you
and you, everybody. You don't understand.
Your dog is even like. That's why I bit your face, Genghis Khan.
Bruce, go sit down.
God, that's crazy.
What? Do you need this chair?
No, it's like I said. He knows when we're about to leave, so that's when he gets all lovey-dovey.
Oh, well, you should have started with that.
Limousine.
You putting his height?
Oh, no. Kaido. That's what, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Fact check. Are 1 in 200 people descendants from Genghis Khan? Life science. Love him or loathe him?
Yeah, it's a whole video.
1 in 12 men on the continent shared.
Yeah, probably because he got rid of most of his daughters.
Yeah, he only wanted boys.
He only wanted sons.
Well, I mean, it was Asia.
Yeah. That's still bled in until what? Recent, like 1960, 1950, right?
Which is messed up. So, like, if you look at a photo of...
This was like Mao Zedong or some shit like that, right? During that time?
Afghanistan in the 60s.
Oh, dude. Oh, Iran, Afghanistan. Oh.
They were all a bunch of hippies. And then
spooky shit.
A new regime came in and then
switched everything up.
No,
spooky shit.
Yeah, the hijab and all the thing became...
Was it the spring? Arab Spring?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got any final
So, like, look at how clearly shit was blown up.
Nah, you could tell.
Yeah, the
terrain changed.
Physically warped. Was manually warped. Like there's no, like, volcanoes here. There's no volcanoes to exist here to do that.
Which is funny because of that desert. That is why we have sand in on our East Coast.
That makes sense.
Because there's a tidal wind that brings all of that sand.
Yeah, that's why the sky looks like super red.
Which it happens like every few years, and
we'll get that red sunset.
It's like it's really bad for like fishermen and stuff like that.
Damn, spooky shit. All right, guys.
Yep. Let's go.
Take us home, Jeff.
Guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. If you want to catch and watch our ugly mugs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and now YouTube Music. We also have our YouTube channel, one word, Tabletop Topics, our Triple T's Clips channel, and our TikTok. So if you click on the links, it'll take you directly to the episodes, and of course we have timestamps so you can navigate throughout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and of course leave us a comment. Again, guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. You have a good night, weekend, evening, and day, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everybody.
And thank you, Patrick, for stopping by. We gotta set up that interview with you.
Don't forget to hit up Jeff's OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, $2.99 for feet pic. $2.99. $2.99, and then you get the exclusive package for $20.
We get nasty.
Yee.
That's
we
great.
get mad. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, man.
They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was...
best friends growing up.
For black can.
And I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you back, it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That's
They were my best friends growing up.
for black can.
And I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you back, it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That's